is a minor in the live stream. Have to always put that disclaimer when I'm streaming by myself now, because YouTube has a tendency to give me false community guideline strikes. But welcome to the live stream. Welcome back if you are a returning supporter. If you are a new viewer here, I'm Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia. I show you what my life is like. All opinion, people, and ideas are welcome, as long as we communicate to each other in a kind and respectful way. On my channel, I have fashion videos, travel videos, eat with me, manicure videos, technology videos, education videos, unboxing videos, and a lot more. I'm essentially showing you guys my life. I live stream every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and every Saturday and Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So let me know, how's your day going? What are your plans for the week? Were y'all able to achieve all your goals that you had laid out for the week? Today was a school day for me. It's a Monday, so I just took a quiz and then I did some reading. And that's basically it. Hey, Ollie, how are you doing today? Glad you could be here. Love the emojis. Hello. Glad you could be here. I don't know what that one is. It looks like a pin and like a purple thing, and then looks like you're giving me a card, okay? Then you have two birds, okay, a card, and then the YouTube, okay. Welcome. How are you doing? Hello, Holly. Glad you could be here, Holly. How's everything going with you today? Glad you could be here. So on this live stream, my live streams are generally chill. I feel like out of all the content that I make on my channel, live streams are definitely the laid back content that I have. So you guys lead the discussion on my stream. If you have a question for me, I'll if you want to start a conversation, if you want my opinion on something, feel free to ask it and I'll be more than happy to answer. But if not, then I guess it's just going to get really quiet. I'm going to try to multitask and do a little bit of GRA work. It's not going to take much brain energy, which is why I can multitask, but you guys lead the discussion. But my preliminary or beginning questions for y'all: how was your day today and what did y'all eat? I had a banana and a chicken sandwich today. That's basically it. So I don't feel hungry. I mean, I have ziti that's frozen if I want to get something, but yeah. Okay, let's see. I'll probably make like public administration videos for you guys soon. When I say soon, I probably mean at the end of the semester. So it's interesting topic, but I don't know. It's okay. So I do normally make education videos on my channel for y'all. I have not forgotten about those. It's just it's interesting, but it's not that interesting, which is why there has been a delay on the education videos. Predominantly, I used to make a lot of criminal justice education videos in the past for y'all. That's because I was actively taking criminal justice classes, but I completed all my criminal justice master's classes, so there's no more of that. So yeah. Hey, how are you doing, boy? Glad you could be here. For everyone who just joined, I was just telling y'all a little bit about my day. Do I have a nose ring? I don't know. Do I have a nose ring? To my knowledge, I don't think so. But if you're seeing a nose ring on me, I would definitely consider visiting the doctor if you are seeing a nose ring on me, though. But hey, how are you doing, Monty? Glad you could be here. I look very nice. Thank you so much for your kind words. You sound very nice. How are you doing today? Hey, Merritt. Glad you could be here. Shout out to all the people on the live stream. I'm Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia, and I show you what my life is like. You are welcome on the channel for your positivity and uniqueness. Oh man, I can't log into that because I'm on the stream. I forgot. I was gonna look at some surveys with the stream, but I can't do that. Okay, we got people from Bangladesh. Nice. Oh, you were telling me to wear a fake nose ring. Let me tell you something. When I was younger, guys, I don't think I've ever told you guys this before. When I was younger, I used to I love jewelry, obviously, duh. But I went through a choker phase. Mind you, I still love chokers. They're necklaces, if you don't know what a choker is. But so choker, I have a regular necklace, but a choker is like this, right? This is how you would wear it. And I think that those type of necklaces are really cool, right? So when I was younger, my mom, she bought me like 3 different chokers, and I loved them, and then I lost them, so I never bought them back again when I lost them. But I guess I had the choker, and then I saw they had like the fake nose rings. So I remember when I was younger, my mom took me into Claire's, and she had me try on a fake nose ring to see how it would look on me. And we looked at it, and we were like, no, this isn't for me. And the nose ring was so small, I thought if I like inhaled too much, it would have like gone up my nostril. So Uniquely Mia did try to get a nose ring in the past, a fake one, not a real one, because I'm not getting my nose pierced. I'm not doing that. But I tried to get a fake one, but it didn't look good, so thus I didn't get it. So boy, I will not be wearing a fake nose ring. But do you have a nose ring? Hey Berlin, how are you doing today? Okay, we got people from Bangladesh. Welcome from Bangladesh. C11. Will you marry me? No, I will not. Hey Arts and Crafts, how are you doing? Bring your face a little closer to the camera. Why? Hey Evan, how are you doing today? Evan said, I had something nice today. Okay, it's called salmon croquette. I've heard about that before. I've heard about that, but I've never had one. It's basically a salmon in a cheesy sauce wrapped in a pastry. Wow, okay, it sounds good. Evan said, it's a puff pastry. And OMG, it was so delicious. Well, if I ever come across that salmon croquette dish again, I'll be sure to taste it, Evan, and let you do like a food review and let y'all on social media know what I think about it. But how was your day, all things considering, Evan, outside of the food that you ate? Evan said, and she doesn't like you and wants to marry you. Well, I like all my supporters on the stream until you guys show me why I shouldn't like you. So, but yeah, but I still won't marry you, but you are still more than welcome. Glad you could be here. What are we saying? Hey Kunta, glad you could be here. Here goes the perpetual black victim. You're funny, man. That is hilarious, guys. We got somebody in the chat who wants to spread discrimination and hold on to their discriminatory beliefs. And obviously this individual, they don't know Uniquely Mia, right? I'm assuming they don't know a lot of people who come from African American descent. So instead of trying to like insult somebody based on their character, right? Because to insult somebody based on their character, you need to know them, and that's more hurtful in my opinion, right? You're trying to make a generalization, right? So that's just really funny for you. That's kind of embarrassing, low key, honestly. That's low key embarrassing. But like discrimination of any form is strictly prohibited and not allowed on my channel. So the only reason why I have not hidden you or like removed you from my live stream was because you said something based on a stereotype. You were not like blatantly discriminatory, but the minute you get like blatantly discriminatory, you will be hidden / removed from my channel and live stream. So just have that in mind, okay? But hey Adrian, how are you doing? What's up with me is that I'm just sitting down live streaming with y'all. I like to live stream every Monday 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Friday 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Saturday and Sunday 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia, and y'all are welcome on the channel for your positivity and uniqueness. But how are you doing today, Adrian? Okay, just Google the salmon, okay, and croquette, okay. Okay. It doesn't look the best to me, Evan, but I would still try it since you said it's good. Like, it doesn't look terrible. It almost looks like tuna, right? But I can see it. It looks okay. I feel like my meat would need to be cooked a little more. That's what's throwing me off. You see, that's a little too pink for me. And I feel like it's probably cooked, but that's a little too pink for me. So I think the meat would need to be a little darker to make sure it's fully cooked, and I'll be down to taste it. Hey, Cats, how are you doing today, Cats? Glad you could be here. How's your day going? Okay. Oh, okay. You're at work until 6 p.m., not 5 p.m. Whoa. 4, 5, 6. You have 2 more hours, Cats. Keep pushing through, right? Yeah, keep pushing through. Hopefully you're paid for that extra hour, or if you went in a little late, your job for allowing you to like balance out the hours. That's always great. Hey, Willie, how are you doing? Well, being African American doesn't mean that still means you can be discriminatory towards your own race. What does you being African American have to do in anything? that you just said, Kunta. What are we saying? Hey, how are you doing, boy? We are next time nose ring. I don't have a nose ring, boy. I'm not getting a nose ring. Evan said I might post the salmon and croquette as a short so you can see it. Meaning has okay, nice. Yeah, when you post it for sure, I'll definitely look into it. Hey, Jesus is King. How are you doing today? Cat said, Kunta wishes they were black. You never know. You never know. Evan said, anyone else ever thought about getting a nose piercing? I don't know why I want one. Did you come in, Evan, when I told you the story when I was younger about how I wanted a nose piercing? I never wanted a nose piercing, but I wanted a nose ring. So my mom took me to Clears and I tried on the fake one. But then my mom and myself, we looked at myself with the nose ring and we were like, Mia, you don't look good. So we just left it. But they have the fake ones. If you guys ever want to see how you would look with one, you can get a fake one to test it out. But I have an ear piercing. My mom got this, I don't know, maybe when I was a baby or toddler. Good thing she did, because if I had to get my own ears pierced, I would not do it. I'm not subjecting myself to any sort of pain, right? Even if they say it's a little pinch, I don't care. No. All right? You get the clip-on earrings. But luckily, my mom did get my ears pierced when I was younger. Kunta said let's see. But you know what, Kunta? I try not to respond to individuals like this, but I have to sometimes when you guys just say, when people who want to be discriminatory for no reason whatsoever say these interesting things, right? Interesting things. So I'm just going to say one thing and that's it. But Kunta said, so sensitive. Y'all run away from facts, right? So first off, I was never running away from anything, right? How did I run away from you? Two, you are right. It is a fact. African American individuals, at least in America and in European countries, they're victims. We are victims, right? Our ancestors are victims. In modern day America, in modern day Europe, I don't know much about European culture, but in modern day, like, Western countries, all African people, or all people from African descent who are not in Africa, even some people who live in Africa still who are from African descent, we are victims because of the terrible history and systemic racism and discrimination that exists in society, right? So it's not to say that African American individuals are quote unquote running away or not what's the correct wording? Not latching on to the word victim. It's not that. And I don't speak on behalf of all African Americans at all, right, guys? So it's not to say that. It's just, as society, when African Americans come out and say, yes, we are the victim, so society should do this for us, or society should allow us to get into these spaces that we were historically not welcomed in. It's people from different races, or sometimes people from our own races, who hold us back and say, no, you guys don't deserve that, right? So what's the point of continuing to say something if it's not getting a result? Like, there is a point, but at the same time, sometimes there's not a point. So I just wanted to say that to respond to Kunta, because they're saying a lot of things, guys, and I call it fake news, or like false information, however you want to say it, right? Because it's not true, and you're just taking it out of context. I've said so many trolls here. Hey, how are you doing? Welcome, Wanti. Glad you could be here. Just added across for your sins. He loves free, thanks. Hey, how are you doing, Never Tamir? Glad you could be here. Evan said, Mia. I also had hash browns and carrots. Okay, peas and broccoli. Nice. Sounds like you had a good balanced meal, Evan. Okay. You guys told me that you like when I do like the protein / carbohydrate thing for y'all. So Evan said they had the salmon. So salmon was protein, right? And then the pastry, that was like carbohydrates, flour. Evan also said they had some hash browns and potatoes. Potatoes is like a vegetable, is it? I don't even know what it is. I know it grows in the ground, right? So, but it's healthy since it comes from the ground. At the same time, it is a form of carbohydrates. Carrots, once again, with the vegetables. Peas with the vegetables. Broccoli, the vegetables. So, all things considered, Evan, sounds like you had a well-balanced and nutritious meal for sure. Kat said, I don't know. I'd never get a nose piercing. I blow my nose too much. And that makes sense too. That's a valid fear, I feel like. Evan said, Mia, it looks like that, as it hasn't been exposed to direct heat. Okay, so it wasn't cooked. Okay. Yours was cooked, so it was fully cooked. Okay, nice. Hey, Willie, how are you doing today? Evan said the salmon is 100% fully cooked, Mia. Yeah, but no, even though food will be fully cooked, if the meat is pink, I can't eat it. Like I can't. It's like when Stu barbecues, my mom always has to finish cooking my portion of the chicken in the oven because like he fully cooks the chicken, right? But I'm not eating pink chicken because I feel like hey, I just can't do it. Like maybe you could get sick, maybe you can't, but I feel like the likelihood of getting sick from non-pink chicken is much lower than getting sick from pink chicken, right? So even though the salmon and like chicken, I don't eat steak, but steak, like some people eat steak that's still bloody. I'm like, oh my gosh, what? How you eat steak that's still bloody, right? But like, there's chicken like that, so there's salmon like that. So I just need it to be fully cooked. What are we saying? Kat said, yeah, I'm getting overtime pay, which is nice, but it's going to be dark when I get out of work. Okay, okay, nice. Yeah, but stay safe when you get out of work. Yeah, that is scary, getting out of work when it's dark, but um, you're making the extra salary, which is cool. Okay, cool. Evan said, Mia, you need to be more strict with the trolls. They're annoying, okay? Kat said, but then you would have been gone, Evan. And that's a great thing what Kat said. Because didn't you say you started out as a troll, Evan? I always forget that. But you yourself admitted that you started out on my channel as a troll. So as Kat just said, if I like be more strict with the trolls, you would never be a supporter of Uniquely Mia, Evan. Okay. What are you saying? I'm married to public administration, criminal justice, psychology, and professional writing. Okay. Hey, Nikki, how are you doing? You're gorgeous as well. Evan said, I'm very good, fully recovered extra. Okay, okay. I want to say you're probably fully recovered yet, but your rehabilitation is going well. Because sometimes, I don't think you're fully recovered, but be a supporter of Uniquely Mia still, Evan. As you've been doing, engage with the content, be your unique self, and one day you can say you will be 100% rehabilitated, okay, as a troll. What are we saying? Okay, side conversations happening in the chat. Hey, I don't know what your username is because I think that's Chinese. Beijing. I don't know. Just the writing, the letters, but I can't read that language, but I'm Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia. How are you doing today? How are you doing, Bruichi? Glad you could be here. Been like 500 years. Okay, we got people saying non-educated, that much stuff. Okay, saying things out of ignorance, as my mom would say. Let's see what's happening. Hey, Leah, how are you doing? Evan said, I like the meal, okay, because it was heavy and filled me up. Okay, nice. I agree, the potatoes. Never actually thought about it like that. Is it a vegetable or a carbohydrate? I feel like, and I feel like potatoes, they are healthy, but like too much is not good because it's like salad, right? Somebody will wake up every day and just eat salad, 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 and they'll think they're super duper healthy, right? But salad isn't that healthy, right? Though some people will choose salad over like broccoli. Some people choose salad over spinach. Spinach is nasty. But some people choose salad over like a vegetable that we know is a vegetable, thinking that they're getting the same exact nutrients as they would if they eat spinach or broccoli. But that's false because salad, it turns to sugar when it gets into your body. So salad is a vegetable lettuce, but it's like a form of carbohydrates too because it turns to sugar when it gets to your body. So like I don't know a lot about diet, but I know a little. I feel like I know a little bit more than I guess the common individual or like somebody who doesn't research into the type of foods. Just because when I was growing up, and still to this day, if you go into like my kitchen in my mom's house, right, she has like a poster that has like all the different foods, the most common foods, and it tells you what category it falls into. So I grew up looking at that thing. So I guess some of the things got memorized into my head on what is what. So yeah. Hey, how are you doing, Hot Dally? Glad you could be here. Evan said, Mia, it's salmon. Okay, it's 100%. Trust me. Okay, you're Muslim. You know, eat raw meat. Okay, okay. Hey, how are you doing? Admit, glad you could be here. I'm from the United States. Where are you from? Human said, quote of the day, let your smile change the world. Don't let the world change your smile. It's a great quote. It's a great quote. I mean, I feel like it's a great quote, but sometimes it's not necessarily out of the smiler's control, right? Or in the smiler's control to change the world. But it's a great quote. Good message, but not that implementable, we can say, right? Okay. Okay. Hey, Holly, how are you doing today? Evan said, Cats, you weren't here, but Mia was going to time me out a few streams ago. Okay. Hey, doctor, how you doing today? Just found out your girlfriend cheated on you for the first time. Okay. But it's okay because the score is now 43-1. What? Okay. Evan said, Mia, did you? Okay, no, red potatoes have less carbohydrates. Plus, if you're refrigerate them overnight, it further reduces the carbohydrate content. I did not know that at all. Learn something new every day. Did not know that. Boy said, I'm not your cake, okay? You're beautiful as well. Thank you so much for your kind words. What language am I speaking? I'm speaking English. Okay, we got people from North Korea in the chat. I'm always baffled, you can say, or surprised. That's what baffled means, all right? When people tune in from North Korea, I did not know that y'all had access to the internet, guys. Did not know that at all. Okay, what were we gonna do GRA work-wise? Let's see, let's log into this thing. Okay, give me a second. 1 second. Y'all are gonna freeze. Back in business. Okay, what were y'all saying? Hey, Rebecca, how are you doing today? Glad you could be here. Evan said, Cats, this is my, winter poem. What do you think? Do not go gentle into the good night. Okay. Okay. That's really, really weird. Okay, what are you saying? Okay, that's an interesting poem. Sounds like you have a lot of anger inside of you, Evan. What? The wise men at their end know dark is right, okay, because their words. All right. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, Brock? Glad you could be here. I'm doing good, Holly. Doing pretty good today. How are you doing? Hey, Glenn. Glad you could be here. Wait a minute. One response. Okay, one new response, sorry. All right. I'm looking at surveys, so I'm importing survey responses into... Why don't you just email? Like, these are professors, guys. When you see how professors respond to certain things, I'm like, you would think you would do better. That is so cool. Wow, look at a box, guys, and a cat. That was really cute. Thank you, Philippines. Like, that's... Philippines, right? I want to say the Philippines, but I feel like that's wrong. Let me double check. Okay, the Philippines, right? All right, nice. But thank you, the Philippines, from Loving the Philippines, for sending the cat dog thingy. And you just sent a disco ball, sending you hearts. That is really cool, really cool. You are helping me get one step closer to paying off my student loan debt. All income made off of social media goes in its own separate account. And one day when I pay off my student loan debt, you'll be right there with me paying a portion. So shout out to you, Love in the Philippines, for sending that. That was really cool. You sent a mystery gift, which turned out to be like a dog cat. And then you just sent a laughing disco, which is really cool. Hey, Glenn. Hey, how you doing, Nee? Glad you could be here. Really? That's your name? Like, when you... I don't understand that. You know what? I'm going to put you in timeout for, like, 10 seconds. Actually, a minute. Why would you choose that username? You're not hidden from the channel because, you didn't type a racial slur towards me, but, like, you took time to think about a username to choose on YouTube, and you actually chose that YouTube name. So that's why you're in timeout right now. That's really bad. Like, no. Do you know the history of that name that you chose? Evan said, no, Mia, it isn't an angry poem. This is the poem that is read by the actor in the Interstellar. Wait, so, hey, Evan, did you just commit plagiarism then? You said you wrote the poem. Let's not. Plagiarism isn't good, guys. All right? Do not engage in plagiarism. God has given you the ability. God has allowed each and every one of y'all to have lived experiences, right, that contribute to your ways of thinking and your creativity. Let's not engage in plagiarism, all right? You don't know why you're still hungry? What time did you eat, Evan? Maybe that's why. Evan said they wanted some one of those emojis. Me, okay, cool. You're in prom. Okay. Enjoy your prom in Indonesia. Hey, Eric, how you doing? Hey, Justin, what's up, bro? Glad you could be here. What was the username? It wasn't a good one, Evan. I'm not gonna say it out loud. Hey, how are you doing? YHWH. Glad you could be here. Oh, you said it was your favorite poem. Okay, sure. Hey, how are you doing? How are you doing, H? Glad you could be here. Bye. It was a pleasure having you on. It's a good poem. Well, that was the first time I heard it, so definitely have to check it out. But that's so interesting. Like, you would think, like, I had to send this survey out to professors, and you would think they would respond a little bit more professional with it. It's really funny, man. What are we saying? Thank you. Glad you like my nails. What are we saying? Tell us something about space-time. Space-time? Yes, I'm Googling space-time to make sure my idea is correct. This is the first time I'm hearing about space-time. According to Google, space-time is a 4-dimensional continuum that contributes, okay? Sorry, that does not say contributes, that combines the 3 dimensions of space, okay, with the 4 dimensions of time into a singular fabric of reality. Okay, so space-time is just our time, but it's like all this physics and sciencey stuff that's saying it's gathering a whole bunch of different dimensions to make our time, right? So yeah, I mean, space-time is really cool. I will say, space-time, can you like make the time go faster when I'm at school because I want to go home, right? And when I'm home, can you make the time go slower? Because space-time is like, when I'm at school, it takes forever for the day to end. Like, I'm not even lying. And then when I'm home, I open my eyes and I open my eyes and it's already nighttime. Like, what in the world just happened? So, yeah, space-time, I got beef with you. I don't like you all the time, but I like you sometimes. So, it's okay. What do you think about space-time, Justin? YHWH said, your belief is completely subjective. There's no absolute agreement on anything. I agree to disagree. I do think there are, if you look at religion, if you look at the religion of Christianity, if you look at the religion of Islam, if you look at the religion of Hinduism, right? Judaism, there is complete and absolute agreement on that for the practitioners of that religion, right? So yeah, I feel like 9 times out of 10, you meet somebody part of those particular religious groups, and if they're like, hey, this is my religion that I believe in, and I'm going hardcore for this religion, there's complete and absolute agreement among them, right? They're not questioning the religion, right? But at the same time, I do agree with you saying your beliefs are completely subjective. That is so true. Your beliefs are subjective based on your lived experiences. Your belief is subjective based on the things that you have encountered throughout your life, which is the same thing, just a longer way of saying your lived experiences, guys, right? So your beliefs are completely subjective, but at the same time, even though there is not absolute agreement on everything, it is important to hear subjective beliefs sometimes, because that is how you get to learn about what are other people thinking about. That's how change occurs in society, positive change 9 times out of 10, when you hear subjective beliefs from other people, and you are able to hear that and say, okay, you can have your beliefs, you can exist in your space, and I can exist in my space, and you're not going to try to control me. So that is why it's okay to have subjective beliefs, and that's why we should share said subjective beliefs, right? So yeah, thank you, Eric. Glad you like my nails and my rings. Evan said they just ate. Now it's around 8:30. Okay, you're still hungry immediately after I finish. Oh, wow. Yeah, maybe you didn't eat a lot or enough for you to fill you up. And if you did, you can always visit the doctor too sometimes, because that can happen. Like, some people, like, if you find this is out of norm for you, like, you ate a lot of food and you're still hungry, that could definitely be an indicator that, hey, maybe I need to, like, visit the doctor. Maybe they can check me out. Maybe something's happening. So yeah. I have caused a ripple in the time, okay, space fabric just by being here. So hi, hey, I mean, fix the ripple. I mean, that's not good, right? Hey, Lazar, how you doing? Lazar asked Mia, you seem like a chill person. Well, they said, okay. And then they asked, do you mind telling me your ethnicity so I can use an appropriate slur? You know what, Lazar? You know what, Lazar? Like, I know you want to be very mean and disrespectful, but you know what, at least you ask the question in like a respectful way. I'm not going to tell you my ethnicity, right? Because like racial slurs are not okay at all. But like for all the people who want to be mean, take guidance from Lazar, because like you said I seem like a nice and chill person and a smart person. Thanks for that. And then you use the appropriate like punctuation and everything, right? So I see that. I see that. So, yeah, you paid attention in school, right? And then you just asked the question. But even though I am complimenting you on your grammar and the way you asked the question, because it was just really funny. I mean, all opinion, people, and ideas are welcome. However, racial slurs, discrimination of any form is strictly prohibited and not allowed. But thanks for the compliment. Thanks for the good grammar. Like, that was good. Hey, Thomas, how are you doing? Thank you for your stream. My pleasure. Thank you for being here, Thomas. You've been in a wheelchair for a few years now. Okay, okay. But your stream gives me the strength to finally stand up and walk, okay, to the computer. What in the world? I don't think it was me. I really don't think it was me. Have you been attending physical therapy, going with your doctor? Because or were you in the wheelchair like involuntarily or voluntarily? Because how did watching my stream give you the strength to get up and walk? To my knowledge, God has not blessed me with divine powers to like speak to people and I'm going to give you healing abilities. Or do you mean it like do you mean it non-figuratively? Do you just mean it like in your head, right? Like that? Or in your dream? Like how do you mean that? My pleasure. Even though you said you're just gonna get up and walk to your laptop to turn off the stream, you know what? I will keep it up for sure, for sure. Because that means you're probably just gonna be coming back for more and more to turn off the stream. And don't worry, no matter if you're here for a second, if you're here for like 5 seconds, a minute, I'm still getting paid from that, just from you being here. So you know what, Thomas? Like the video, subscribe, and make sure to continue to tune into my live streams. Make sure to continue to tune into my full-length traditional YouTube videos and YouTube shorts so you can get up from your wheelchair and turn off the live stream. Remember, because even if you're watching that video for a second, right? I'm assuming you're going through the ads. You're contributing to my watch time. And I will making some income to pay off my student loan debt one day. So thank you, Thomas. Time doesn't exist, Justin. Is that your belief, Justin? How old are you, Justin? I mean, not even how old are you? Like, did you finish all your schooling? Like, all your required schooling? Like, who taught you in your life, Justin? Evan said, yes, you can. Okay, Mia, you can skip time. Okay, through being in a dimension where time moves slower. When you return to Earth, more time will have passed, so 1 hour could be 1 day. Okay, Evan, so do you have the connections with NASA? Is that what I'm hearing? Like with the space station to get me in a spaceship, right? And where am I going actually? And like when am I gonna come back? I don't want to be stranded in space like that crew was, right? They were only meant to go to space for maybe like 3 weeks, guys, or a week. Why were they stranded for like 3 months? No, that's terrible, man. Do I astral project? No. Like, to my knowledge, I do not have the powers of Prudence Halliwell. And if I do, like, mother, why did you bind my powers? I want my magical powers unbinded. So that's a question when my mom streams for y'all. Ask my mom, Uniquely Mom, also known as Queen Mother. Ask her why she bounded Uniquely Mia's powers and where's my astral projection powers, right? Because I could be like Prudence Halliwell. I could like astral project home, right? I could astral project like out of my room. I could like astral project a whole bunch of cool places, right? So I could have the power to move things with my mind. But to my knowledge, I do not have that power of astral projection at all. Somebody said they think earning money is the most important thing. Earning money is the most important thing. Let me see. No, I'm not saying that. I'm thinking to see if I think earning money is the most important thing. I don't think earning money is the most important thing. I really don't. But I think in Western society, not even Western society, I don't think earning money is the most important thing. I feel like obviously if you have family members, they're supposed to be your most important, like, thing in your life, whatever, right? But at the end of the day, I feel like if you live in 2025, if you are an individual who exists in 2025, even though earning money shouldn't be the most important thing, it is necessary to survive, and thus by default it becomes the most important thing, right? Earning money is a necessity, right? If you don't want to be homeless, if you want to do fun things, that fun thing could, like, go out for a walk and, like, have the option to, like, buy something to drink, or, like, have the option that when you go out for that walk, you're going to be able to come back into your home, right, without being locked out or anything. You need money to do all those things, guys. I feel like the simplest things that you think about in your life, the simplest thing that brings you joy, you need money for it. Some people like to say money doesn't buy happiness, right? But they find happiness in their home. You need money for that home, right? So you see how money can, by default, become your most important thing, and dictates your existence. So yeah, I wouldn't say money's the most important thing. I feel like definitely, like, people who you surround yourself with, if you have family members and you want to make those family members happy, they're definitely most important. But in 2025, the society that we live in, right, to survive, money needs to be important. And I am saying 2025 because throughout each century, we can say, or generation, the currency that exists, it's dictated by society, right? Because in hunter and gatherer societies, their currency was most likely trading, right? There was no dollar bills, there was no gold coins. It was trading services, it was trading resources, right? But then money has always existed, right? You go back to Egypt, I'm assuming they had gold coins, right? But services was also, like, a form of transaction, right? But in 2025, you do need the money. You do need the plastic. So for sure. Money should always be the goal to achieve, no matter how much it is, because if you have some money, you're going to survive, right? What are we saying? Philosophy sounds good from a rich person. No, like, that is so true. Anytime rich people do interviews, like, I see them all the time on my For You page. They pop up and a rich or famous person is doing an interview, and I'm listening to them. I'm like, yeah. Okay, how am I going to do that? They rich, wealthy people, they love telling you, you need to go and get this. You need to go and do this. Okay, let me apply for a job at your company. Ooh, reject. Ooh, what happened? What happened to this? Like, what? But so yeah, that's why, like, I understand it. It is important to listen to wealthy people to see how they succeeded. That is so true. But at the same time, guys, it's really not good, because at the end of the day, remember, if somebody's ultra wealthy and if somebody's ultra successful, they're not telling you all their secrets so you can what, achieve their stuff, and, like, you could surpass them. Nobody ever tells you the true 100% everything key to success on how they excel, whether that's in school, whether that's at their job, whether that's I don't know, when they're building a new product. Nobody's ever going to be 100% honest with y'all, because you can one day be their form of competition. And, like, competition is good, but at the same time, why would I give my competition, what is it? My own advice, right? So it's always good to listen to wealthy people. At the same time, don't put a whole bunch of weight on what they say and think if you do exactly what they do, you're going to become wealthy by default, because you never know. They could have had rich parents. They could have known somebody. It's like my professors, right? When I was an undergrad, all my professors, anytime I took psychology classes in particular, they would always say, okay, you're a psych major. All right. You should go and you should get, like, your master's degree, and then you get, like, a PhD degree. You could intern at, like, these different things. I'm like, okay, cool. And then and then they would always say how much they paid for their degree. Oh yeah, it was just $5,000 for my master's degree. Per semester? No, it was, like, for the whole thing. $5,000 for the whole thing for my whole master's degree. I'm looking at them. I'm like, what? What'd you just say? Yeah, it was just $5,000 for me when I got my master's degree. And when I got my undergrad degree, I literally just had to pay, like, $15,000 for, like, all 4 years. They would always tell me. I'm like, what school you went to? They're like, oh, I went to this. I'm like, that's a well-known school. But they're not telling you, look at the era my professors went to school in. Even the era my mom went to school in. What, the 19-somethings, the 1990s, 1980s? 1970s? Guys, like obviously inflation in modern society has risen and things were a lot, I feel like things were a lot easier, but it was a lot harder. So that's why I say wealthy people don't always look at 100% what they do. Don't compare yourself. Comparison is the enemy. That's really not good. But let's see what y'all are saying. Oh, I did not even see that. I do apologize, Avila. But thank you again for purchasing a super chat. Let me send you a heart. I'm trying to, okay. Sending you hearts. We are back. Welcome back, Avila, and thank you again for purchasing a €2 super chat. Really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Oh, you purchased 2. Thank you so much. I was not ignoring you. I really did not see that pop up. Sometimes the super chats pop up, sometimes they don't. But shout out to you, Ablo. Ablo has purchased $4.66 in super chat, sending you hearts. Everyone just saying random things in the chat. That often happens when I talk sometimes. So let's see what y'all were saying. Can you say 6'7"? Okay, just said it. Evan said, Mia, I don't find racist anywhere else. Okay, but here. And I go to a lot of streams outside of what's happening. Oh, okay. Hey Yoruba, glad you could be here. But like I said, Evan, I feel like my channel is one of positivity, and I feel like I am an unproblematic person. Like you look at me, I feel like if you look at me, I don't think I see meme, right? So like just my resting face sometimes. I don't know if I have a resting nice face, honestly. I really don't know. But like I feel like my channel, it is to promote positivity at its core, right? So I feel like when you are one to promote positivity, where there's light, there's always going to be darkness, if you want to be cliche with it, right? If you have seen the TV show Charmed, the Charm sisters are like the light witches, right? Why are warlocks always after them, right? Warlocks are demons. They're always after them. If you believe in religion, whether that's Judaism, Christianity, Islam, right? I don't know much about Hinduism, so I can't say Hinduism, but maybe it's in there as well. But if you believe in any of the 3 major religions that are in existence, right? There's always God and the angels, and then there's always Lucifer and the devil, right? And Lucifer is always after God's like best prophets and God's strongest believers, because where there's light, there's always going to be darkness trying to taint that lightness and taint that quote unquote purity and taint that goodness, right? So I guess, Evan, like you said you're on a lot of other live streams and you don't see a lot of racists on those streams. So for my channel, I feel like I'm a source of light. I am somebody who do try to promote positivity and promote a safe space on social media where all opinion, people, and ideas are welcome. So with that, all these negative individuals who want to have their negative and uneducated and ignorant beliefs, they're going to want to come on my channel and try to quote unquote taint my thinking for me to say, for me to like, I don't know, crash out, as the saying goes, right? So at the end of the day, shout out to my mom, shout out to God, shout out to me being able to pursue education because of my lived experiences, because of the spaces that I have been in. I'm able to see these people who have these beliefs, and I'm able to look at you and be like, okay, what was that supposed to do for me? You're just trying to spread, you're not, like, what are you trying to do? What is that doing? Nothing. You can't bring me down. Like, what? So yeah, so that's what it is. Hey Yoruba, how are you doing? Okay, Evan's getting a chocolate muffin. Avila said they would not keep up with Gen Z. I mean, Avila, you're keeping up right now. I mean, I'm a Gen Z, so like you're still here. Guys, you know what happened the other day, right? Let me tell you something, right? Why was I on Instagram, right? And I saw my sister post something with my nephew, and my sister's like, oh, a Gen Z here. I'm like, what? I had the text. I'm like, I thought he was Gen Alpha. What do you mean my nephew and myself are part of the same generation? That just made me feel so old. Like, I know I'm not old, but like, what do you mean my nephew and myself were part of the same exact generation? For the longest time, I literally thought my nephew was Gen Alpha. I'm like, what? That's crazy. Like, what? That's crazy. My nephew and myself were part of the same exact generation. That's so funny. That's so funny. I guess that's why he never really like listened to me when I was younger. He just saw me as a little kid, to be honest. So that's why. But it's really funny. What am I saying? Hey Money, how are you doing? Okay, hey, how are you doing, Sophia? I'm not sure why your comment got deleted. Justin said it's a joke about the wheelchair. Okay. But thank you again, Ablo, for pitching super chat. Really appreciate y'all. What are we saying? Evan said, Mia, I wish my workplace knew that time doesn't exist. That I could show up late. Hey, how are you doing, Z? Z said, hi, you just subscribed. Thank you so much for subscribing and welcome to the community. My topic of my live stream is led by y'all. So if you have a question, if you want my opinion on something, if you want to start a conversation, just type it in the chat. And if I'm able and comfortable to answer it, I'll be more than happy to do so. And remember, I'm uniquely Mia, also known as Mia. I show you what my life is like. All opinion, people, and ideas are welcome as long as we communicate to each other in a kind and respectful way. I live stream every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and every Saturday and Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Outside of those live streaming times and days, I post full nutritional YouTube videos as it relates to travel, fashion, eat with me, manicure videos, technology videos, and a lot more. Okay. Yora said Raja is an Indian. Okay, name. My friend was Indian. Okay. When I say same thing to him, he was like, oh, sorry, my bad. Okay. Justin said 40 years old. I have a master's in computer science from the University of San Diego. Congratulations. That's awesome. Nice. Evan said, yeah, I studied the Quran verse. Okay, cool. And a video, okay, by a production called Behind the Load, okay, Tree. That explains science in the Quran. Wow, sounds really interesting. Somebody said powers are delusional. Are you saying people with a whole bunch of powers delusional? I can definitely see that for sure. Guys, because, and I'm not even going to say power sometimes. I'll say money, but because power, with money comes power, right? With a high standing in society comes a form of power. So thus, I feel like if you are at the top, and if you are at the top where you're saying you were like, you were elected or like you were appointed to this super competitive position in society, right? Or if you have power because you have a ridiculous amount of money, aren't you going to be delusional? Because who can tell you? What are people going to tell you? Guys, if you have power in the world, if you have power in society, who's going to tell you? Who can tell you what to do? Literally, nobody can tell you what to do, guys. So in a way, you are controlled by the laws, but like you are not controlled by the laws. So thus you do have a form of delusion. I feel like if I ever become super duper powerful, best believe I'm gonna become delusional because you're telling me, guys, people who are powerful, whether they were elected into that position or whether they are powerful via money, they are part of the 1% in society. Sometimes people who are powerful, it's less than 1%. And in the world, there are millions of people. I think my professor said there's like 300 million people in the world. So if there's like 300 million people in the world, and you're telling me people who are powerful are only part of the 1% and they're not delusional, they're doing it wrong. I would be delusional too because I'm part of this 1% out of 3 million people in the world. What can I not do? What can I not do? I'm powerful. I'm best believe I'm delusional too. Because you got to be delusional. You got to be a little crazy to get that high in society, in my opinion. You really do. Kat said, LOL. I've been listening. Okay. Read these comments. Oh, the comments as well. So you're hearing me speak, okay? What's happening with these folks? I've never heard such a kind troll. No, that was just so out there, Cats. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's not, like, it threw me off. So I feel like if you want to troll, be kind with it. Because that's going to throw people off for sure. And it makes me think of some of these trolls who are being kind if they're returning supporters. Because I always tell you guys, if you want to troll me, come with good grammar and make sure you come with new material. So I feel like you guys may be returning trolls to my channel. You took my feedback, or you took my constructive criticism, and you like got new material. So shout out to y'all for that. Trolling's not good, but shout out to listening to the constructive criticism that I gave y'all. Yoruba said, there is a conception, okay. And Black Americans, okay, if you may notice, okay, they say we born blacks die black. Yeah, I'm African American. I've never heard that before. So, are you from America yourself? or like, I don't know all African Americans, but the way you're saying it, the way you phrase it was saying all African Americans do that and say that. No, no. I've never heard an African American say that before in my life. What are we saying? Actually heard the wheelchair bit before. She fell for it. Okay. Evan said in the USA, money matters more as you simply cannot live on a meager income. I think everywhere money matters, honestly. I don't think it's just the US. Everywhere you go, honestly. I haven't been everywhere in the world yet, but like, when you look at the economic system of place, I feel like everywhere you go, money definitely matters for sure. It's just not the US. I feel like the US is more business focused. If that's what you're saying, Evan, when you say in the US money matters more than certain places, I don't think that's true. What I do think is true, I think the US is more business focused in terms of the United States is 9 out of 10 times, they are going to charge you for every little service that you get done. However, if you travel abroad, they're going to charge you, but it's not going to be ridiculous. Or they're going to charge you, or they probably won't charge you. It's like in America, when I go to the dentist to get my teeth cleaned in America, guys, why do they charge like the insurance company, like, I don't know, hundreds of dollars? Sometimes my mom had to pay those $100, right? But like, now I get my teeth done in South America, Guyana, and why do my mom and I only pay like 40 US for like 2 people sometimes, right? And in South America, Guyana, guys, they have the same, if not better doctors. They have the same, if not cleaner and better instruments, right, than America, and it's literally only like 40 US dollars to get your teeth cleaned down there. The eye doctor, I go to the eye doctor a lot, guys. I have a lot of glasses, so I go to the eye doctor a lot. I went to the eye doctor in Guyana, right? Why did my mom only pay $25? $25. I got a full eye exam. I spoke to the doctor and everything, right? So, and they had their instruments, their facility, they had plastic on everything. The building was nice and clean. It was like super fancy. You go watch some of my full nutritional YouTube videos that I have in my South America Guyana playlist and see some of that. I think I made some vlogs about that. So that's what I will say. I want to say that in the United States, money matters more because everywhere you go, they're going to charge you for something, and money dictates the economic system and society, which is why corruption exists. Like, if you look at countries outside of America sometimes that are non-Western countries, right? There's corruption there. 9 times out of 10, corruption comes from people in the government stealing money. If money doesn't matter, or if money doesn't matter as much as it does in the US, why is corruption existing in those countries for? Right? So money always matters. What are we saying? Alright, Kat said every strain brings a different flavor of trolls. It's very interesting. That is so true, Kat. Hey, Random, how are you doing today? Okay. I wouldn't necessarily say the rich people understand something I can't. It's not that rich people understand things that we can't, guys. So never think that, right? It's saying that rich people, they either are in the spaces where it's easier for them to become wealthy, or wealthy people either have a higher level of confidence than myself or that you may have, or it's saying that rich people are willing to do things that I'm not willing to do. Like, look at the ultra quote unquote self-made rich guy, Mark Zuckerberg, the founder of Facebook, right? And he owns YouTube too. So yeah, I'm not gonna speak too much because I don't want it to do anything to my channel, but like, look at Mark Zuckerberg, right? Founder of Facebook. He went to Harvard. He's literally in Harvard. So that depends. Was he that rich? He got was he low income or rich? I mean, I don't know. I never really looked, but he went to Harvard, right? So he got to Harvard. Low income people could get to Harvard, but he's probably wealthy in his own right. He got to Harvard. And then Facebook. Have you seen the Facebook movie? Have you read the story about Facebook? Facebook was stolen. Facebook wasn't his. He just patented it first. He copyrighted it first. What he did, was it good? Was it right? Was it wrong? That's up to you to answer, right? But he stole something, right? So it's not to say, and he was in the right space. If you're at Harvard, guys, you are with like the billionaires' kids. You're with the millionaires' kids, right? So your environment dictates your success in your life, right? And it's not to say I'm not at Harvard right now. It's not to say that I'm not going to be wealthy. It's not to say I'm not going to be rich. I'm just going to have to work harder for it. And if you're watching this stream and if your goal is to become monetary rich and monetary wealthy, and you're not at an Ivy League school, it's not to say you're not going to achieve those goals. You are just going to have to work harder for it, and you are just going to have to have more confidence than somebody from an Ivy would have, right? Because your environment dictates it, all right? If my mom was ultra wealthy, guys, no stress whatsoever, all right? I would have a gold spoon handed to me. Do you guys know that? Silver spoon handed to you, gold spoon handed to you? Because those wealthy people, if their kids can't get a job, they're hiring their own kids. If their kids can't get a job, they're calling the founder of Facebook and be like, hey, oh yeah, you were at dinner at my house on Thursday. My daughter needs a job. You want to hire her? Yeah, for sure. So you see how it's not to say rich people understand something you can't. It's not to say that I can't understand it. It's saying that wealthy people just have access to certain spaces and or they're willing to do things that I'm not willing to do to get to those spaces. Okay. Cats is like, we don't like you, Justin. Don't talk to us. Evan said, today's stream is wacky Mia. We got the hybrid trolls today. That's a good way to phrase a hybrid trolls. Random said, this is why I stopped working now. Okay, you just commit fraud against older people and the wealthy. 911 police FBI agent watching this stream, you are free to seize this live stream. You are free to take random's confession and use it in the court of law against them. I am in no means an accomplice. I am in no means condoning their behavior at all. Take this live stream, do what you need to do with it. Yeah, don't come on the live stream and confessing to your crimes, guys. If you're joking, I mean, you should never joke about committing a crime. First off, as a criminal justice graduate student, false imprisonments, false incarcerations are real. And depending on your minority and gender, 9 times out of 10, you really do not even want to joke about confessing to a crime. Because if they meet somebody, false imprisonments, false incarceration, it's not that hard to falsify evidence, guys. But that's all I'm saying about that. So, never jokingly confess to a crime. And if you are actually confessing to a crime, don't think Uniquely Mia is gonna be like, no, you can't seize my live stream, law enforcement. Best believe I'm giving it to them. I ain't going down for nobody. So nope. So yeah. What are you saying? His comments are rude, Cat said. Yeah. What are you saying? Hey, Yoruba. Yoruba said, hey, can anyone explain to me? Yeah, I don't know what that is. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Okay. What's happening? Can I tutor you? Tutor you on what, Mr. Rip? I remember Justin and anyone on the live stream, because Justin said she's still yapping nonsense. Just because you don't understand what I'm saying, that means God has not blessed you with the ability to understand what I'm saying. So you know what you need to do, Justin, and all the other people on the stream who thinks I'm speaking nonsense or who doesn't understand what I'm saying, all right? I mean, if you speak a different language, valid as to why you don't understand what I'm saying, but if you speak English, right, or if you understand English and you still don't understand what I'm saying, go in your room, go in your kitchen, just go somewhere where you're by yourself and pray to God. If you don't believe in God, pray to your God. And if you're like somebody who doesn't believe in religion, period, go in your school books or something, right? Go back to school. And you will one day have the knowledge / enlightenment to understand what I'm saying, okay? But happy birthday to you, G. Have a great day. Hey, work, how you doing? And it's okay, Evan. Not everyone is going to agree with me, but yeah, I do agree with you. There are going to be some people who rejects my message, right? And it's okay. My purpose here is not to make everyone like me, all right? Like, I hope, that's the core of it. Like, when I'm on the stream, guys, when I post full nutritional YouTube videos, when I upload my content on social media, I'm not going in with the perception that all my viewers, all the people watching my videos, all the people on my live stream, I'm not going in with the ideal or the perception that you're going to like me. I'm really not. If you don't like me, it's okay. It's really okay. What I do hope is that if you don't like me, you at least want to be in a positive place where you are welcome to share your opinion and share why you don't like me or share why you disagree with me. And I hope you can share that in a respectful way, right? Because to make change in society and just to educate oneself, you really need to be exposed to diversity and people from different backgrounds and people with different lived experiences. And when you are able to communicate with people who have different views about you, different views and opinions about you in a respectful way without name calling people, without having a tantrum, without overreacting, without shutting down, you are acquiring great life skills that's going to be useful to you when you enter the workforce, when you speak with your friends, and when you have family members, right? And it does contribute to diminishing implicit biases people have in society, right? So I understand. My purpose on YouTube is not to make everyone like me. I don't seek gratification from people on the internet liking me, right? When you guys as my supporters decide to support Uniquely Me and like my content, I am happy about that. Like it does mean a lot. I am happy about that because I know that you guys want to be part of the positive community. You want to support somebody who's promoting positivity, right? Who's just sharing my life, right? But at the end of the day, if people don't like me, it is okay, guys. It's really okay. So the goal in society is not to make people like us. It's just, if you don't like me, you still have to communicate to me respectfully if you want to be on the stream, right? And same thing. So I feel like everyone should take this. I know sometimes some of my supporters, you guys have disagreements. So take that, right? You can have disagreements with people. But when you have disagreements, it's not to make the people like you, right? Your disagreements is just to try to understand this person's perspective, honestly, right? What are we saying? Shout out to Dixon for surviving cancer. I'm from the United States. Where are you from? What are we saying? Hey Nathan, how are you doing today? Yeah, you can take a break. Okay, you don't need to constantly breathe. I don't understand what that means, Justin. I understand what the words mean when you form it in a sentence like that. That doesn't necessarily make a lot of sense to me. If you can clarify, that would be great. Okay. Hey, how are you doing, Sing? Glad you could be here. Evan said, I find discussing feminism usually drives this girl trolls nuts. Yes, Evan, I have noticed that as well. I've definitely noticed that as well. Yoruba said, can I ask you something weird? This religion originated, Saran's predicted so-called modern religion long time ago. Are you asking me where Christianity originated from? It originated from God, honestly. Yeah, that's where it originated, from God. I know, like, if you're asking what country, I have no idea, to be honest, but, yeah. Hey, Full Mental. Okay, what are you saying? I wish I could refer you for a job, honestly, but, I mean, I can refer people to jobs, but, like, I don't know if you work, like, you have to be a student at my school for me to refer you, and I would have to know you. Like, I would have to know you, like, your character. I would have to know your work ethic, and, yeah, for me to refer you to a job, because I'm not just going to refer, like, just people who I just, like, hey, this is my name, it's my name. I'm just going to refer people like that, because remember, when you refer people, your supervisor has the expectation that you know this person and that they're going to, like, be a representation of you in a way. So when you refer somebody and they mess up, that is a bad image on yourself. Evan said, Mia, I get what you're saying. Okay, it's hard to achieve. I can't forgive rude people. I just kicked their behind. And that is okay. That is okay, Evan, if it works for you. What are you saying? Evan's Kat said, there's a guy at my job who always does the gritty when he leaves the office. He's a girl man and looks so funny. Wow. Wow. I mean, hey, he just wants to make people laugh. So, what are we saying? Yeah, Kat said they think Yoruba's a troll. Yeah, like, I understand the words, but, like, when they ask a question, like, the way they position the words, it's a little confusing for me. Okay, let's see. What are you saying? Somebody has another quote. Human said, "Some hearts shine not because they're perfect, but because they're kind to and true." Okay, I understand that one. That one definitely makes more sense to me. So shout out to you for your kind words. Yeah, BB. When I talk a lot, my sinuses, what is it? My sinuses gets clogged or whatever. So I don't have anything next to me to like clear it, and I would have to get up, and I wouldn't get up right now. So yeah, let me see. So we'll see. Hopefully it's good. Have to get a washcloth or something. Yeah. You need to go to an HBCU like Hampton University. Why do I need to go into HBCU like Hampton University? Why? I feel like attending HBCUs are always great. So shout out to all the people who have decided to attend HBCUs, and because you were learning about a lot about your history, right? You're learning a lot about your history. You are surrounding yourself with people who look like you, for people who have lived similar experiences to you, right? So you are being uplifted by a community that is strong, that is powerful, that is like a representation of yourself, and you're building great communities, right? So yeah, attending HBCU would have been really cool, but I think one reason my mom and I ultimately, yes, my mom was in my decision to attend College West University, right? She's my financial advisor. She's helping me with that, right? But one of the reasons why I ultimately decided not to attend the HBCU, even though I got accepted to one, I got accepted to a really good one, right? But like one, they were way too expensive. I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm not paying all that money. And two, America's a white country, so my mom and I thought it would be best for me to attend a PWI where there's already a lot of white people, all right? Because when I enter the workforce, there's going to be a lot of white people. Like, there's going to be black people, I know that too, but there's going to be a lot of white people. So I might as well get used to being around and working with white individuals. And attending an HBCU, I don't think a lot of opportunities like that would have been provided for me. So yeah, and mind you, I'm at a PWI, and there's a lot of minorities. Like, there really is a lot of like African American individuals. So it's almost like I did attend a HBCU. But officially, my school is labeled a PWI. But like, shout out to African Americans pursuing higher education. That's really awesome. But there's a lot of African Americans here. So yeah, but HBCUs, if you attended one, or you attend one, or you want to attend one, shout out to you. Just know you'll be paying a hefty tuition, and it's gonna cost you, I think, a little bit, because you're not really gonna be around a lot of people who are different than you on a daily basis. Okay, what are you saying? Kat said rich people often start close to the finish line. Exactly. And I do agree. Like, there are some people who are self-made wealthy, but like, that is a select few. And yes, they had hard work, but they also had luck, right? But you are right. 9 times out of 10, wealthy people, they start rich. Like, look at Bill Gates' daughter. Like, she just started, a startup company. You were born with a gold spoon in your mouth. Like, not to say you're not working hard. You are. It's a really cool startup company, but like, it's easier for her to get rich. It's easier for people like that to become wealthy because they started closer. Okay. Herb, do you have a degree? I disagree with that statement. That makes no sense to me, honestly. Like, do you have a higher education degree to say that? Did you go to Ivy school, or did you go to an Ivy school? Did you go to a non-Ivy school? Herb said if you don't graduate from an Ivy League or public Ivy, aka UVA, your degree means 0. That is false. And you know how that is false right off the bat? Because if your degree meant 0, then all the non-Ivy schools would close. That's the fact of it. All the non-Ivy schools would close if that was true, right? So society would just not encourage people to get degrees. Society would instead just tell people, oh, just go get some type of on-the-job training, and it would just be much easier for people to get jobs. All right? So one, I really don't think that is true at all. And as I always say, guys, if I was like competing for the same exact job as somebody who had a high school degree with me, with my undergrad degree, and who's soon going to have my master's degree, if we're competing for the same exact job, the same exact qualifications and skills, I feel like they would choose me. I mean, if I was applying for a job at McDonald's, they probably won't choose me because guys, do you know there is something known as being overqualified for a job? first I was underqualified for jobs, and now when I'm entering this job market to just apply for jobs, right, in the future, I'm going to be overqualified for jobs that I'm applying for soon, and they could reject you because you're overqualified. Tell me how that makes sense. Like, first you reject me because I'm underqualified, and now you reject me because I'm overqualified. Like, that's a thing. When I heard that's a thing, I'm like, what is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with society? What are you telling me you're rejecting me because I'm overqualified? I would, like, if I have the option of hiring somebody and the person's overqualified or underqualified, I'm going with the overqualified person personally. So, like, what do you mean you reject people because they're overqualified? But they say it's because of retention. They say overqualified people, they don't want to stay in that job long. So, I guess that's the statistics behind it, but it really makes no sense, honestly. What are we saying? Evan said, in the US, it's more common for wealthy, okay, to be more privileged, but in the UK, we are all the same level. Oh, okay. What are we saying? Kat said, y'all better be careful. Me as a certified snitch. like the song is coming in my head. No, it's a good song though. My mom, she listened to it so many times when that song came out, guys. So it got stuck in my head. I hope it's like They're Not Like Us. That's the song I'm talking about if you guys don't know. Oh my god. Herb, I think you just saying a whole bunch of random stuff. Herb is like, criminal justice is a no money degree, just like my business admin degree. That's how I know you just throwing stuff out there, because the amount of people who say they have a business degree and how much they're making and how successful they are, you just contradicted yourself. Criminal justice is all around us. Criminal justice is the foundation of the government, literally. Criminal justice, there's always a dispute with criminal justice. It's literally at the foundation of it. Now, I'm not saying you're not wrong. Depending on what state you get a job, there's going to be no degree. But I'm going to the state that's going to pay me for my criminal justice degree, and I'm not just stopping at criminal justice, right? That's why I got public administration. When you compare business and public administration, they're neck and neck almost, right? So that's why I'm diversifying myself. I got psychology, I got writing, I got criminal justice, I got public administration. I'm gonna add some more stuff, all right? Diversify yourself. Okay, what are we saying? Kat said, LOL, I'm having a slow day at work, so you have time today, Evan. But I already got bored with them. They're just doing the same thing over and over. It's a bit repetitive. Oh, the trolls, for sure. I'm coming right back, guys. I have to, my nose, 1 second. Okay, that became really annoying after a while. But for everyone who just joined, welcome. I'm still trying to figure out what GRE work to do. Oh, I had to send some emails out. I have to send some emails out requesting, like, I can't really tell you what I'm requesting. It's confidential, but I have to send some emails out requesting something. You know what, Justin? If you find the content to be boring, you know what? It's okay. I know my channel is not always action-packed. I mean, it was good enough because you stayed for 73 minutes. So I kept you entertained for 73 minutes, which is over an hour. So I do appreciate that. But, like, honestly, I understand sometimes my live streams, they're not always entertaining. I know that. But if you want to see more action-packed, Uniquely Mia content, I recommend that you go watch some of my travel videos, because that's when I go on adventures and I show people my adventures. So I have fashion videos you can watch. I have adventures in South America, Guyana. If you want to see Uniquely Mia in Washington, D.C., Las Vegas, Nevada, on a cruise. I have a lot of other places there. You could go watch those videos and definitely enjoy them. Hey, the Art of Loving God, you could be here. Justin is crazy. Cat said he's still here. Evan said, I think Musa was Justin. Oh, they left at the same time. Oh, okay. Hey, Nathan, how are you doing today? Hey, Lena, you're beautiful as well. Thank you so much for your kind words. Howard is the best HBCU, some people said. Thank you, Kat. Sending you hearts. I'm so glad that you find my channel to be entertaining. Really appreciate that support. Nice, Evan. You like my mom's streams? Okay, sending you hearts. Glad you enjoy my mom's streams. Kat said I got accepted to an HBCU. Awesome. But they didn't give me as much money as FSU. And that's the thing with HBCUs. They really don't give that much money, which is really sad. And they charge like a ridiculous amount of tuition. So that's the thing. It's like they want you to go there, but like they have such a prestige to it. And I understand the prestige, but at the same time, I'm like, don't you want like people from like African American descent to come to that school to learn? I don't know, to be welcome, but like you charge such high amounts. It's like gatekeeping a little bit. So yeah, but I am happy with the decision that I made with my university, honestly. So pretty good. What are we saying? Drake said they're out of PWI. You should have chosen an HBCU. Okay, you don't like it. Okay. Evan said, how are you doing today, Drake? Glad you could be here. Okay, side conversation. All right. Hey, Urban. How are you doing today, Urban Banana? Glad you could be here. Kat said, I hear that the experience of being on the HBCU is what's the best about it. Yeah, I've heard that too. I had a culture shock at FSU. Never saw that many white people once in your life. I was often the only black person in the class. Yeah. And yeah, being the only black person in the class, it is definitely like, what's the right word? It can definitely be like a unique experience, right? But at the end of the day, Cats, I mean, what's the demographics of the people who you work around? Do you think it was better for you to be surrounded by people who was not part of your race in university because it taught you like how to interact with those people? Like it didn't make you scared of them? Because like using myself as an example, right? I when I was younger, for some reason, like speaking to like males, I don't know, even when I was in school, it always seemed weird, all right? Not because you're saying, oh, you like them. No, that wasn't it. It just seemed weird to speak to somebody of a different gender than myself, right? And that's just because I never really spoke to much people, a lot of different genders. If I went to school, if I was at a summer camp and I made friends, it was a girl who I like made a friend with, right? Because like there's something known as a similarity like attraction theory, and that means if you are in a new setting, you're going to gravitate towards people who look like you. So most of my friends that I made voluntarily, they were black, they were females. Like occasionally it was a female, she was of a different race sometimes if I was at school, right? And I made a friend and they were nice. But what happened was I became a resident assistant, right? I became an RA. And when you're an RA, you are forced to speak to people from different genders, from different races. And I was thus forced, and one year, guys, literally, one year I remember I only had like one room with girl residents, and I had 48 residents. So majority of my residents were males 1 year as a resident assistant. I couldn't act weird. I couldn't be scared to talk to them. And you know what? When I actually started to speak to them, I'm like, okay, when my younger self, why was I always feeling weird to speak to boys? Why? Because of society's stigma that's saying, oh, girls and boys can't talk to each other, whatever. It's weird. Guys, it's sometimes not, if you're a male in the chat, not coming at you, but like 9 times out of 10, when I was in R8, when I spoke to males who were like freshmen, why did they act like my nephew? Why is my nephew sometimes more mature than when I speak to my nephew compared to them? It's not scary. So I feel like it's the same thing. If you're somebody who is a minority, right, and you attend a space that, like, even though you may be the only person of a minority in that group full of white people, or if you're the only black person around a whole bunch of Asian people, it's going to be weird, right? But then at the same time, you're going to learn how to engage and interact with those people, which is beneficial, I feel like. Because as a minority myself, if I see a black person, it's easy to talk to. Like, I grew up around black people. I grew up around African American people. I don't need to learn how to talk to y'all. I know it's the people not part of your religion that you need to be surrounded with, I think, especially if you are in a country that's very diverse or a country that's quote unquote not built for your success. You do need to learn how to speak to people who you're not comfortable with, right? Hey, how are you doing? I'm glad you could be here. What are you saying? Only 4 people watching, so stop recording. If there's 4 people watching, if there's 5 people watching, if there's 7 people watching, I am more than happy to talk to y'all. I do not live stream for the views. I feel like when people live stream for the views and try to make fun of me for saying, oh, you only have 7 people watching or only have 4 people watching, right? What is that doing you guys are 4 real people. You guys are 7 real people who do not have to be on the stream. You are real human beings who decided to take time out of your day to leave comments and to interact with Uniquely Mia. And you know what? If I only have one person watching my stream, 4 people watching my streams, I'm going to be happy because I know that the message and the positivity of who Uniquely Mia is going to be shared to y'all, and hopefully you guys decide to subscribe and become part of this community where you are welcome. So yeah, guys, never think about content creation or anything like that about saying, oh, they're just doing it for the views. There are some people like that, but I'm not somebody who just does it for the views, right? Because I generally enjoy interacting with y'all. So yeah, what are we saying? Drake said, well, that's not true. My degree absolutely means something. Okay, nice. Evan said, Mia is far behind the comments. Yeah, I'm trying to read quick, Evan. Evan said, Mia, do you think it would be difficult to get a job later? Is an American job market for new graduates? I don't know. It contributes to a lot of factors, honestly. It really does. So, okay, do I think it's going to be difficult to get a job later? All right, let's say I just wanted to stop at my master's degrees, right? And say I don't want to get another degree after, or if I don't not accepted to another degree program, I don't think I would get a job anytime soon. I really don't think I would, just because I have been applying, right? And even though I am qualified, it's either you're ghosted or like you don't hear back from the people, or they take super duper long to review your application. And taking myself out of the equation, if you look at the current job market in America for new graduates, like multiple news articles have released that this is like the highest rate of unemployment ever, right? So it's like, I don't want to be a doctor, like a medical doctor. I didn't want a nursing degree. If I had one of those degrees, then if I say I want a job tomorrow, I'm going to have the job tomorrow, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to be responsible for your life. Like, I'm not going to be a doctor. Don't want to be around sick people, right? So I feel like with the current job market in America, if you don't have nepotism, I don't have nepotism. If you don't have networking to say, oh, you know somebody who's hiring, I don't have networking to say, oh, I know somebody who's hiring, it's going to be difficult to get a job, right? But I do plan to further my education, right? So if everything goes as planned, which it will, it's up to God. Once I further my education and get all the degrees that I want, it should be generally easy for me to get the job that I want, right? Because at that point in time, I would have like gotten a degree that has the built-in networking, the built-in connections that is needed to get a job in America, right? But if you're looking at the current job market for new graduates, if you're just like applying to jobs online and you have no networking, if you have no connections of knowing anybody, they said it is the highest that it has been like in all time. So yeah. Evan said, OMG, I just noticed Mia never got the toilet during the stream. How odd. She's human. Huh? Or I never goes to the toilet on the stream. Oh, okay. But shout out to my mom too. My mom is teaching me day trading, as I always say. So hey, if nobody hires me, my mom is teaching me a skill. And you know what? That's why I'm getting so many degrees, because like, yes, it is good to work for a corporation, right? One day I want to work for a corporation, maybe for a little bit, right? To definitely gain the work experience, to see what it's like to work at a corporation. But at the end of the day, like I said, my goal is to make a lot, and 9 times out of 10, you're not really going to make a lot if you work for somebody else. So you do need to one day start your own business. I don't know if that's a nonprofit organization, if that's like a physical business, whatever it is, my degrees is going to be useful because I'm acquiring knowledge and skills that like can be used if I one day start a business. I can definitely use those skills in that business to make it successful for sure. So yeah, but I feel like if you're asking just about applying and see if you're going to get a job like that, that's a little tricky for sure. What are you saying? Urban said, Justin, go back. Okay, to the thrift store. This is not a lizard. Fantastic land for people like you. Okay, side conversation. Hey, Vernon, how are you doing today? Evan said, Mia's streams are relaxing. She just needs a hardcore, tough moderator. Vernon said, hey, Mia, you know your mom was streaming at the crack of dawn this morning. Yes, you were on, Vernon. Shout out to you. Thank you for supporting my mom, guys. I really appreciate y'all. So shout out to all the people who have been watching my mom's live streams. I do hope you are enjoying them. I always apologize for my mom in advance because she doesn't necessarily read the comments. My mom, she's the storyteller, right? When I say she's the storyteller, she loves showing you what she's doing. She loves talking about what she sees, but when it comes to reading the comments, she doesn't really read the comments. I do apologize about that, but thank you guys so much for supporting my mom and watching her live streams and engaging with her. She definitely does appreciate it, and she definitely likes live streaming and showing you guys, and she loves seeing when you guys are on, so really appreciate y'all. But yeah, she was showing you guys. You guys asked for, like, day trading, what's it like? So as we always say, my mom, myself, we're not financial advisors for y'all, but if you do want to know what's it like to be a day trader a little bit, you can go and watch that live stream that my mom did this morning. But I was sleeping when she went live, honestly, but I do think that she showed you the day trading, and then I think she made breakfast for y'all, and then she had like a chat with me discussion, I think. So yeah. No, I've never listened to Coke Studio. I don't have male, well, I have a bonus brother, you can say, so I guess that's the extent to my male siblings. Yeah, so yeah, and I guess I got my nephew. He's not really my sibling, but he never really listens to me. He doesn't call me aunt or anything. So yeah, so that kid does not. Yeah, but he grew up. I'm glad he grew up. When he was young, he never really used to listen to me. But yeah, so. But are you saying like they're mean? But no, G's really nice. I feel like he's nice though. He's nice. So I feel like not all males are mean, or not mean. Oh, we were talking about being uncomfortable around males. All right, and like they're younger than me too. They're younger than me, so like I don't know how old G is. I forgot, but like yeah. He can't, like, if he's a little kid, he can't really be weird. I mean, he does weird stuff. He had a foot fetish when he was younger. I will say that was really funny. It's kind of nasty, but that was the weirdest behavior that he ever exhibited, G, to be honest. So, yeah. Hey, Jennifer, how are you doing? Soggy said, society is so complicated. Okay, there was a time I was told if I flirted with people, people flirted within me. Huh? I'm confused. I was obvious to all. Okay, all of it. Just talking and making friends. Okay. Greetings from Uganda, CG. How are you doing today? Wakanda forever, 100%. Okay, we got the clock it trend. Don't ask me. I'm on TikTok too much. How do I know that? But what's the point of this? Like, what is the point of that when they say clock it? What are you saying? Evan, you changed accounts. Evan said, Mia, would you consider a different job if you can't find a job within the criminal justice sector, like general office job? Well, Evan, the criminal justice sector is diverse. I feel like when 9 times out of 10, when you say criminal justice sector, were you thinking about police officer, probation officer? Is that what you were thinking about? Like, that's not really, no, that was never really in my head, honestly. So criminal justice is so diverse. You could be an educator in criminal justice. You could work directly with law enforcement with criminal justice. You could be a consultant for a company with criminal justice. So criminal justice is generally diverse. And generally, like a general office job, like, that's like where I'd want to be at, honestly. Like an office job, like obviously it has to be like a pretty skyscraper. When I was young, I always wanted to work in those skyscrapers. It always looked so cool when I was younger. But like, yeah, like that's the goal with my like degree. Like criminal justice, public administration. I'll be in corporate. Like it's not really to be like police officer. Like yeah. So then again, you never know what could happen. But yeah. So I feel like yeah, there's different sectors to criminal justice. I want to go into more corporate criminal justice, not like field police criminal justice. So yeah. Vernon said, I went to elementary school with kids of other races, okay, nice, and ethnicity, so I've always been comfortable socializing with them. Okay, understandable. Now who I'm scared of our male team. Yeah, no. That is a valid fear, Vernon. I can understand that, especially like when they're in a group and they're so loud sometimes. I'm like, what do y'all know? Like, no, that makes sense, Vernon. I can understand that. Okay. Witches are not always evil, though. Yeah, my mom was streaming this morning. She said she was streaming like at 4 a.m. this morning. So my mom, she streams either really early or in the middle of the day or really late at night. So that's what my mom streams. So her streaming schedule, she doesn't have a streaming schedule, so that's why you should be subscribed with your post notifications turned on. My mom just like streams spontaneously. Vernon said I was getting ready for work. Okay, so I didn't actually watch her. Oh, okay. I was just shocked at the time she was on. Yeah, guys, there was a point in time, and I still think, like, my mom, I low-key feel like she has insomnia. Like, you know when you can't sleep? I low-key feel like my mom has that, because why would my mom, like, literally, my mom does not go to sleep till late. She'll go to sleep, like, at 10 p.m. sometimes, my mom. And why is she up talking, like, at 2 a.m., 3 a.m.? I'm like, Mom, you not sleep? She's like, no, I'm not tired. I'm like, go to sleep. And then it's so funny because she's always sleeping in the day. So it's not to say she has insomnia. It's like she just doesn't want to sleep in the night. She wants to stay up in the day. She wants to stay up in the night, but then she falls asleep in the day. That happened a lot of times with my mom. I don't know why. But, so my mom, she's up really early. There was a time I was earning a lot. Evan said they were working three jobs, but I didn't last, of course. And you know what? It's so funny, too, because you would think, okay, I feel like this is the way society is set up, which is low-key messed up, because, like, when I was an undergraduate student, I wasn't making a ridiculous amount of money, guys, but I was making the most I've ever made in my life when I was an undergrad student. When I tell you, like, my paycheck every 2 weeks, and but I had 3 jobs as an undergrad student. I was an accessibility assistant, I was a student assistant, I was RA, right? But I was making the most I ever made as an undergrad student, right? And then I get accepted to grad school, and my grad program is like, oh, you'll get, like, a stipend with your job, and I'm thinking in my head, okay, they'll pay me decent because I'm a grad student. No. Why are they're paying me in comparison to my undergrad jobs? It is so much. It really ain't. It's not it at all. So it's so funny. It's like you would think, and it's like, obviously, like when I get like my full-time job one day, they're going to be paying me a lot. I would hope so, right? After I go through so much years of schooling, right? And work so hard for it. But I would definitely hope so. But it's funny because it's like society. It's like when you're young and you have like your beginning job, you're getting paid a lot, right? And then the more you advance in your educational pathway, you can't work as much, so then your salary depletes. And then when you enter the working world, some people, they start making a lot again, or some people, they make a little bit and then they make a lot again. So it's like society sets people up wrong. Society sets us up with getting like entry-level jobs or like minimum wage jobs where we work in a lot of hours and we're making a lot of money. And we think that's the norm. But the more you progress, you realize it's going to drop until you get like your real job, forever job, whatever, right? But I was making the most when I was an undergrad student, and I'm low-key upset about that, honestly, all the time, because I'm like, I'm like, I could have still had my 2 jobs that was paying me. But no, you can only have 1 job as a grad student at my school. So, alas, we can't do that. Hey, Toby. Drake said, Mia, you just put that man on blast. Well, man. Low-key, I forgot what we were talking about when we say that, though, that man. Hey, Kumar, how you doing? When you say I'm so rich, what do you mean? Am I so rich in family and love? Yeah, my mom loves me a lot, 100%. So I would definitely say I'm rich in that. When I say I'm rich in supporters and positivity, yeah, shout out to you guys as my supporters and your positive vibes, and myself for having positivity to dictate my life and positivity. Are you saying I'm rich in wealth? In my definition of wealthy, I'm not rich, but I do know in comparison to people from other countries that may not be as fortunate or whose dollar may not be as strong as the US dollar, I do know I'm rich in comparison to those people. But if we're looking at wealth in America, what I define rich to be, I'm not rich by any means at all. But yeah, so rich, the way we define rich can definitely be subjective. I'm not rich in food, not when I'm at school. When I'm home, I'm rich in food. When I'm home, for sure. But when I'm at school, I'm starving. Like, where's my food? I am poor in food when I'm at school, right? But at the same time, I do have more food than other people in society, right? So we got to be very careful with our words, guys. We really do. Evan said, Mia, your face when you are confused by a Trolls Ruth comment always sends me in a laughing fit. Somebody said, let's get married this year. No, thanks. Jake said, Mia wants to make at least 300K a year. Like, one day, Drake, one day, like, when we do that, when that happens, right, I'll be playing the song by Beyonce and Jay-Z, like, I can't believe we made it. This is what we're thankful. Something, something, something. And the crowd going I'll play that song when that happens. I like, do you know those trends where people are saying like, where people are saying, I won't explicitly tell you guys this happened, but there's going to be signs. There's going to be hints. That's going to be the hint. The day that I dropped the song playing Beyonce and I don't want to say because it has like a curse word in it, right? But the day I dropped that song via YouTube Shorts, no, Uniquely Mia made it. Just know we made it, like, for sure. It's gonna happen one day. It's gonna take a lot of hard work for sure. It's not gonna happen immediately, right? But for sure, one day that's gonna happen. Evan said, Mia, in the UK, the criminal justice field is very narrow, just policing. Oh, yeah. So in the US, the criminal justice field is not that narrow. Evan said, I wish I had just done nursing degree. No, I feel like that all the time sometimes because, like, nurses, you always have a job, but at the same time, like, I can't do that. But nursing degree, I feel like nurses, if you're a student who's like, hey, if you're a college student who's like, hey, I just want to end with my undergrad degree. I don't want to get a master's degree. I don't want to get a PhD. I don't want to go to law school. I just want to get my undergrad degree. I'm done. I want to make a lot of money, or at least I want to make a decent salary. And I'm okay with, like, being around sick people and, like, helping people get a nursing degree, become a nurse. Because, like, even, like, some of my own peers, some peers who were struggling in their classes, and I know who did not graduate a 4.0 sometimes, they got a nursing degree. They already got their job. Good for you. Shout out to you. But, like, I don't want to do that. Like, I honestly could not. I really can't take care of it. I can't be responsible for somebody's life in that way. So that's the only reason why I did not do that. But if you are uncertain with what you want to do, nursing is definitely a secure degree where you'll immediately have a job for sure. Drake said Mia is too nice to be a police officer. Plus, she's breaking out like that's the thing too. I would definitely for real break a nail. Like, I would break a nail for sure. I would have to start wearing, like, the acrylics that's still short, and I'm like, I don't like acrylics, and I'm like, short nails. But that is so true. What are we saying? Okay, back with the nose piercing. Okay. Jake said, I'm sick of Evan. Okay, with all these channels. But then again, Evan's a troll, so it makes sense. I never thought about it that way. Yeah, these are my rings. So I got this in Philadelphia. If you guys want to see Uniquely Mia in Philadelphia, go to my YouTube homepage, click playlist, and watch that video. When I graduated undergrad, my mom got me this ring. My mom sent me this ring. It's Oxen, and it's supposed to be positivity. And stay tuned, guys. The giveaway is closed. I did not forget about y'all. I'm going to film the video and drop the giveaway winner soon. Right? The giveaway closed last week. You guys will be winning a bracelet if you are domestic in the United States. If you're international, you will win a gift card. But giveaway's closed, so don't go and enter now. But I'm just telling the people who entered who's on the stream. The winners will be released soon. When I graduated from high school, my mom got me this. I will soon have my master's degrees, finally. That's a gift from my mom. And my mom got this custom made for me in South America, Guyana. So, yeah. Thank you. You are gorgeous as well, Renee. Thank you so much for your kind words. Yeah, G did have a foot fetish. Oh, you were saying G's going to air me out for that. He's not going to watch the live stream. This is a 97-minute stream so far. G is not going to be watching the stream for this long, honestly. And he's obsessed with the PS5. Guys, have you ever, the way I want to, go home and I want to take that PS5 and I just want to hide it from him? I want to do that so bad. When I tell you, when a kid is obsessed with something, G's obsession with PS5 goes past it. I just want to take it. And I want to hide it. I want to take his dad's phone. I want to hide it from him and see what he will do when he has no access to technology. It's like a disgusting obsession. It's really bad. So it's really bad. But no, he did have a feet fetish when he was like a toddler. Like anytime I would do like my mom's pedicures or like if our feet was on the floor, he would always run to our feet and try to like touch it or like put his face next to it. It was really weird, guys. Like it was really weird. We had to hide our feet from him. Drake said, you gotta say Fergie, I'ma beat you when you're well, you can play that now, technically. I've never heard about that one before. Evan said, I worked in a hospital for many years, and they offered the nursing degree for free personally. I wanted to buy Okay, dislike the ward and the night shift. I do prefer an easier office job. Okay, cool, cool. Bro, business is better than office work. Take risks. Ah, yeah. OMG. Okay. Okay. Hey, how are you doing, Fahad? Glad you could be here. How's your day going? Kat said, Mia, have you heard the hair braiding robot? They have a hair braiding robot? Wow, an African Harvard graduate design? No, I haven't heard about that. That sounds really cool. The human has to start the braid. Okay, but the robot finishes it. Oh, there's no videos? That hair braiding is about to get a lot more faster. Cause that would literally like make your process so much faster. That sounds really cool. Oh, there's a website. Okay, I'm gonna take a screenshot of that too, Cats, and like do some research into that. You're giving me like the robots to look into. I remember the one from the supermarket I have to look into, and now I'm gonna look at the hair braiding one. I'm from the United States. Where are you from? Welcome from India. Nira. Okay. Hey, Urban. Hey, how are you doing, Desmond? Glad you could be here. Or that is not Desmond. What's your name? Demon? You spelled it weird. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing today? What's the topic? You guys lead the discussion. How are you doing today? Evan said, okay, I'm really leaving this time. I need your warm routine muffin. All right, Evan. It was a pleasure having you on. Hopefully I see you in the next live stream or the comment section of my fully nutritional YouTube video or YouTube short. Vernon, I responded to you. I didn't skip your comment. To my knowledge, you said you were on my mom's stream earlier, so I read that, and then you said that, like, you were getting ready for work, so you didn't really watch my mom's stream, and then you said you attended, like, an elementary school that had a lot of, diverse people, right? So you said all you're scared about is work. Then you said, like, you're only scared of, like, teenagers now. Did you type something else? Maybe it didn't come through, to my knowledge. If I skipped it, I do apologize. I don't think I skipped any of your comments. Sometimes what happens is when y'all leave comments, for some reason, YouTube doesn't send it. So maybe that's what happened. But how are you doing today, Vernon, Drake, Cats? Cats? I know Evan said you're leaving. D, what do you guys plan on eating today? Let me know, everyone on the stream. Hey, Nomad, how are you doing today? Evan said, oh, Mia, I'll be back. Okay, you just run downstairs to grab your mama's homemade tea. Okay, nice. Do I like the Power Rangers? Yeah, they're pretty cool. I don't really know their name, but they're pretty cool. Like the blue, the green, and the red, right? They're cool. Drake said that's fire. Imagine if they could braid your whole head on their man. No, that like I take my money. Take my money. Like, I love when my mom braids my hair. I love, like, her intricate styles. Sometimes her styles are really cool. But I will say the process, my mom starts braiding my hair so late sometimes just because we do a lot in the day. And when I'd be so tired and it takes a super duper long time. So, like, if a robot could braid my hair within, like, a minute to 5 minutes, even 10 minutes, that is, like, so good. So good. Like, that would be super duper cool. Like, cornrows or Dutch braids. Yeah, that'd be cool. Dutch braids aren't bad, though. My mom could do that one really quick. It's just, like, the knotless braids for me. That takes, like, a long time. Vernon said it's fine, Mia. Trust me. Okay. Urban said, I was in her stream. Okay, you were in my mom's stream this morning. Nice. And I was wondering if she sleeps because she was on the computer. Yeah, she sleeps, but she doesn't sleep a lot. Like, I don't sleep that much. But then again, when she's in South America, just being in South America, walking around, you sweat. It makes you tired. So in South America, she generally goes to sleep early. I'm just speaking on when she's in America. That's when she goes to sleep like at 10 p.m. and wakes up at 3, which is really weird. But in South America, she gets like, I guess, a decent amount of sleep because she does a lot. But yeah, just like, what is it? The internal clock is just different for my mom. She just likes waking up really early. And I like waking up early too. But like, if I don't have to, like when I'm home, if I'm home, I want to sleep in until at least like 7:30. 7:30, let me sleep in. My mom be waking me up early, like at 6 a.m. or 6:30. I'm like, don't wake me up. Like when I'm at school, I have to wake up at this time. When I'm home, let me sleep in a little. So yeah, it's just where you are, your body, the time. It just regulates like the time you're gonna go to sleep and the time you wake up. Because I do think traveling definitely affects that too. Like your internal clock. Evan said, oh, before I leave, okay, Urban, by the way, Nomad is Major Troll. Okay. Yeah, Evan probably blocked you, Nomad. Maybe that's why you can't see their comments. Okay, Vernon said, I thought of a hair braiding machine so many years ago. Really? Wow. Somebody went and invented it. I didn't actually invent it, but I had the thought. So this to say hair braiding machine, you should have patented that thought, Vernon. You really should have patented that thought if it was possible. That would have been great. I had Subway steak and cheese sub. Nice. A Subway sandwich right now sounds to be so good. I really don't know what I'm gonna eat. I don't feel that hungry. I'll probably eat ziti. As you guys know, if you are a trending supporter, I meal prep ziti like 2 weeks ago. So I'll probably make that, like take it out the freezer. I still have some in the freezer. I think one bowl left. Like one bowl fell on the floor, which was, that sucked when that happened. So I'll probably make that. But Subway sounds good. Okay. Snap. All right, you guys are arguing. Remember, keep it respectful. That's so mean. Nomad said, Mia, I didn't know. I got under her skin. Okay. And I mean, yeah, I can't speak for them, honestly. But how are you doing today, Nomad? Hey, how are you doing, Sahid? Glad you could be here. Islam Salaika. Alaika Salam, right? Peace be upon you or something like that. What does that mean? Okay, Walaika Salam. Okay, it says, it translates to you, and upon you be peace. And then, what are you supposed to say? Okay, welcome. Does that mean I know Arabic? Okay, cool. We learning some new languages. That's what it means, right? It's like fiancé, right? That's a French word. So, guys, we know French. So, like, you want to learn a new language. That's all you got to do. Like, hola, ¿cómo estás? I know Spanish right there. What else? That's it, honestly. That's it. What are you saying? I'm from the United States, Sid. Where are you from? Hey, how are you doing? SKZ? Drake said I had sausage, eggs. Ooh, nice. And a cheese biscuit. Cool. Ooh, and hash browns. Guys, even though I don't eat sausage or, like, steak, it sounds good, right? As I always say, that In-N-Out Flying Dutchman sandwich, that sounds so good. It looks good, too. Okay, then Drake said, I had one for breakfast, and I'll eat the other for dinner. Okay, nice. And you know what? No need for the crying emoji at all, because you know what? Sometimes your breakfast is really good, so you need a repeat of it, and it's okay. And it sounds good. Like I said, you're getting, like, what is it? Sausage protein, egg protein, cheese, a little fat, but protein, biscuit, carbohydrates, nice. And for the person who ate Subway, cheese protein, steak protein, and then you got the bread, carbohydrates. So it's a well-balanced meal, all things considering. You're doing better than me. The other day I made Eggo waffles because I was hungry, and I didn't have any syrup. That Eggo waffle was so dry. No syrup whatsoever. We're getting to the point in the semester, guys. It's like, I want to go home. And, like, I've been saying that, but it's like, we're in October. We're at the end of October. And it's like, okay. I'm like, what's happening? Even in the group chat for my class. One guy in the group chat put, he just wants to submit, like, a blank Word document with his name for the assignments now. Because he doesn't want to do any more work. And you know what? That's valid. Because it's like, what are we doing? Like, come on, man. Like, I would rather them not give us a Thanksgiving break. I say it all the time, but I'd rather them not give us a Thanksgiving break, and let's just have all our final exams during Thanksgiving week, and let's just end classes the first week of December. Because, like, what are we doing? Like, I want to go home. But we're at what week are we? I've gotten to the point where I'm working ahead. That's all I can do, because, like, after midterms, guys, it's just working ahead. So what week is this? This is week 11. Yeah, we're at week 11. This is a 16-week program I'm in. For one class, I'm already on week 13 of schoolwork. We're on week 11. Why am I on week 13 of work? Like, what? So, I'm gonna go home. It's a drag at this point in time. No, you're saying your room is cool? Nice. Hey, how are you doing, Joss? Glad you could be here. Respect each other, be loyal, and the world will be a better place. Make it a better place for you and for me. Like that's a Michael Jackson song. That's the only part I know, honestly. What's your favorite Michael Jackson song? I like Remember the Time. I've always liked that since I was younger, mostly because of like the Egypt, like ancient Egypt. That's like the background of his music video. Do you remember? Da 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 da. Like I know the words, but it's like the words are so weird though. It's not weird, but like for me to sing the words, it's just like why am I singing those words, right? But like the music video is top tier. Love the music video. What are you saying? Jake said, I wanted some of your mom's food. Me too. She's been cooking the good food, Drake. And everyone was in the comments yapping about watching me. Oh yeah, I did see that. I did see that. I was trying to be incognito, but then you called me. I mean, I didn't have to respond. You guys probably wouldn't even have known if I didn't respond, but like I was like, okay, they called me out. They probably know I'm watching. I don't know, intuition or whatever. I don't know, but like yeah, her food looked good. So that's what you guys be experiencing. I realize when I'm home and I do like the eat with me's with my mom's food and everybody's like they want the food. I know what you mean now because I actually saw my mom cooking it and I couldn't eat it and it looked good and I know that board tastes good. I know that fried rice tastes good. I know that food tastes good. I know that chicken. I know that fresh chicken with like the seeds that tastes like falling off the bone. It just savory and like the rice. I know that tastes so good, guys. I can just imagine it. I can just imagine it. But I'm getting snacks. So my mom's going to get me some chicken foot, some plantain chips, some mitai, and we're going to do a food review. So, I mean, you guys won't be able to eat any, but, like, you'll see me doing a food review for y'all. What do you say? You love Billie Jean? Okay, nice. Yeah, Billie Jean is a good one. Billie Jean's a good one. And then, like, that's the one where he does the moonwalk, I think. Right? I could be incorrect. But it is catchy. Ooh, somebody said my name wrong. Mia, where's the cute Latina girl called Leah? Who's that? I don't know who Leah is. Who is that? I like the man in the mirror. Oh, yeah, I've heard that one too, man. Yeah, that's a good one. Man in the mirror. That is a good one. I think all his songs are a good one. But yeah. Jam. I don't think I've heard that one. Jambo. If I have, I don't remember the words. I don't think I've heard that one. Let's see. Let me read the lyrics, see if I've seen it. I don't think I've heard that one. Why is it so hard to find his lyrics? Okay. Yeah, I haven't heard that one. I have to listen to that one. I've never heard that Michael Jackson song. Nomad said she tried to bully me and told my mother, okay, then you roasted them. All right, somebody's laughing. Irvin said, oh, she said you made fun of me, that you were toxic. Okay. Okay, that's not good. But, like, just ignore people you don't like. Yeah, just ignore them. I am not doing that. Okay. I still have to email those people. I'll email them after the stream. Alright, what are we saying? Mia, am I toxic? I'm so toxic. I'm slipping up with the text. Have you Britney Spears toxic? Love Britney Spears. Great music. Are you toxic? I don't know. I don't know you. So I don't know if you're toxic or not. I really don't. Do you think you're toxic? I feel like 9 times out of 10 people who's toxic, if you gotta ask the question, I mean, isn't that your answer? But I don't know. But let's not insult people unprovoked, guys. Hey, how are you doing? What's your name? Pranav? Glad you could be here. How's your day going today? I could just emote all this when they hand it. Okay. So you're saying I'm toxic? I mean, I never said you're toxic. Are you saying you're toxic? Is that what you're saying? I mean, what I said was if you have to ask the question, sometimes if you ask, you know the answer already, right? So don't put words in my mouth. I'm not saying nothing. Are you saying so? Okay, what are we saying? Urban said, go fix your mistakes of your... Wait, what is happening? Somebody's having... Urban, who are you having a disagreement with? I'm confused. Who are you having the disagreement with? But welcome, everybody. Well, that's your interpretation, Nomad. So, I mean, you're using your critical thinking skills really great. Shout out to you. But I didn't say anything if you're toxic or not. I just said a general statement. How you interpret it, I have no power over your interpretation. And that's something we all need to remember, guys. People can say whatever they want. How you interpret it is up to you, honestly. Well, yeah. But welcome, everybody to the live stream. I'm Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia. I show you what my life is like. I have fashion videos, travel videos, eat with me, days of my life as a grad student, manicure videos, and a lot more. And I live stream every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and every Saturday and Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to be part of this community where you are welcome for your positivity and uniqueness, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications. And if you miss more of Uniquely Mia, anytime I'm not on the live stream, or even if I'm on the live stream and you want to see more of Uniquely Mia, if you find the streams to be boring, as somebody said earlier, you can definitely go and watch some of my fully nutritional YouTube videos. My live streams, they're always 9 times out of 10, they're either going to be a eat with me or a chat with me session. It's really rare that I'll stream my adventures. Sometimes I'll do that to show you behind the scenes, but 9 times out of 10, if you want to see adventure pack content, you have to watch my fully nutritional YouTube videos, because if you're not watching that, you're not getting the full gifs of Uniquely Mia. So definitely take a deep dive into those fully nutritional YouTube videos and see some adventures that Uniquely Mia goes on. Hey, how are you doing? What's your name? Can I call you M? Welcome, M. Okay, Nomad said they asked because Urban said I'm toxic, and I was like, let's ask Mia. Okay. But yeah, I don't really know you, Urban, so I can't really answer your question if you're toxic or not. To come to, like, a full comprehensive answer if you're toxic or not, I mean, like, I would have to know you as a full comprehensive person, and I only know you based on being on my live stream, so can't really answer that. Only person I can answer, depending on... Yeah, the only person I can, like, give responses on about people's character is, like, myself, my family members, and some of my supporters who have been long-term supporters. But when I speak about your character, it's only on how you have acted towards me, right? The way you act towards other people, I mean, I don't know, and you're probably going to have disagreements with other people. Those disagreements are not my concern that you have with other people, right? As long as you're keeping it respectful, then you're all good. If you're keeping it disrespectful and it's on my channel, that's when I can interfere. But the only I can only speak about my live streamers / supporters' character on how they react to me and communicate to me and my family members on the live stream, right? It's okay if you have gay parents. So yeah, I mean, all opinion, people, and ideas are welcome as long as we communicate to each other in a kind and respectful way, guys. Yeah, let's not name call people. Let's not make fun of people. Let's not do that. That's not good at all, right? So remember, if you want to have disagreements, you can have it, but, like, you gotta make sure that your disagreements you're having valid disagreements. Just don't have disagreements to be just having it, right? And when you disagree with people, you need to be able to support your claims and, like, your information with, like, valid and things that make sense, right? So yeah, welcome back, Evan. How was your tea and your muffin? Evan said Urban is not toxic at all. He's very nice and he should be a moderator. Okay, well, we're not doing moderators, but thanks for your feedback, Evan. Really appreciate it. Evan said I can beat witness for Urban. Let's not beat anybody. Evan said he isn't toxic and it's probably the trolls annoying him, okay? He's a good streaming okay, participant. He's been defending you. Okay, nice. Okay. Chinese food girl for breakfast. Okay. I mean, don't be a cannibal, but okay. But you had Chinese food. Okay, cool. Urban said I'm not bullying him. He's started. I'm retaliating. All right. Okay. All right, guys. Do you have any other questions or concerns for me? Remember, I'm Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia. This will be my last live stream for like the next 4 days. I will live stream again on Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But fear not, because my mom will be live streaming for you guys spontaneously throughout the week. So you will definitely be able to see more of Queen Mother there. And I may communicate with y'all in the chat, depending on how much time I have in my hands. Generally, if I don't have a lot of time, like if I'm taking a break and I'm watching her stream, I'm not really going to talk because I don't have a lot of time. But if I have a few hours or a few minutes, I'll definitely act as a moderator in the chat for sure. Okay. Hey, Fury of the Apocalypse. Glad you could be here. Okay. All right. I don't think we have any other comments, questions, or concerns. But shout out to all my supporters. Thank you again to the people I've purchased Super Chat. Shout out to you, Abelo. Thank you so much for purchasing that. Shout out to Indonesia for purchasing gifts today. I really appreciate y'all. Shout out to Fear of the Apocalypse. Or Apocator. I was saying Apocalypse. That's Apocator. That's the first time I'm seeing that. In general. Evan, Cats and Pokemon, Nomad, Urban, D. Who else was on? M. Pav. Shout out to all of you. I know I just shout out to everyone. Joseph, Vernon, Drake, Joe. Shout out to you guys for being here. Let me read up these comments. Drake said, I find it real strange, okay, that some people always find Evan in Mia's stream. So I find it real strange that someone always finds Evan in Mia's stream and argues with only Evan and there seem to know Evan. No, like, yeah, you are right. It is interesting. It really, it really is. I mean, hey, I don't know, maybe, but I feel like Evan and, Evan's definitely, like, communicator a lot. It seems like what happened with Cats, and it happens to you too sometimes, Drake. Like, you guys communicate a lot on my stream generally, so I feel like when you guys leave a lot of comments on my stream, which I do appreciate, shout out to my silent viewers as well, but I feel like when you are like communicating, responding to people want to be communicated to, so they'll thus by default respond to you. So I feel like that's why, just because they see you engaging a lot, so they want to engage with you. Okay, side conversations happening. Somebody said they have an army of accounts. That's funny. What are you saying? Furry said, no, Matt, I didn't get the milk. Sorry, I left 20 years ago. Oh, wow. Drake said, yeah, but all these arguments sound the same every day. Yeah. I can see that for sure. I can see that. Okay. I'm doing good. How are you doing today, Kiddos? Glad you could be here, Caduce. Glad you could be here. What are we saying? Hey, how are you doing, Majal? Glad you could be here. Hey, Anderson. Welcome from Dallas, Texas. Stay positive to you as well. Yes, love that message. Keep trying one day at a time, 100%, 100%. How's your evening going? I'm Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia, and you are welcome for your positivity and uniqueness. All opinion, people, and ideas are welcome as long as we communicate to each other in a kind and respectful way. Okay, 1 second. What are we saying? Nomad said, Mia, you're allowing others to insult your subscribers. You always turn a blind eye to injustice. I noticed that about you. I mean, if people insult you, I mean, because remember, when you have disagreements, people are going to insult y'all. So I feel like I only time I intervene when people insult you guys, or quote unquote my supporters or people in the chat, because all the people on my live stream are not subscribers of mine. But the only time I intervene when people quote unquote insult you, as Nomad said, is if it's a racial slur. That's the only time, because I feel like nobody should ever
like call somebody a racial slur. So if I see somebody call somebody a racial slur, or if I see somebody say somebody called them a racial slur and I go up and see that message, then I'm going to intervene, right, Nomad? But if you're just having a disagreement and somebody insults you and say, hey, you're not smart, or if somebody calls you ugly, right? I'm not intervening. Why? Because it's not a racial slur. My nephew has called me ugly. My nephew has told me I'm stupid multiple times when he was younger because he was upset and he was throwing a tantrum and he didn't know how to express himself, right? So, that's why, right? I try to always say and encourage y'all not to call each other names and insult people, right? Because that's not effective communication that you're engaging in. But at the end of the day, I'm only intervening when somebody says a racial slur, because I want you guys to build life skills and lessons. And I would have the hope that everyone on the live stream who's engaging in these disagreements, one, you're either a grown adult. Two, if you're not a grown adult, then you are either a minor with parental consent to be on the stream. And if you're a minor engaging in a disagreement with somebody, then you have the emotional intelligence and capacity and the confidence to engage with somebody who on the internet to have a disagreement. And if you want to do that, by default, you're on the internet. People are going to insult you, right? So that's why I don't interfere, because I'm not going to micromanage y'all, right? So yeah, I only intervene when discrimination occurs, honestly. So yeah. What are you saying? Evan said also Urban is hanging. Okay, the same issue with Nomad. Okay. And Desmond Mia doesn't block these trolls and they keep coming back with new IDs, hence the same argument. But then again, I feel like the reason why I don't quote unquote block the trolls is because, one, they're not saying anything disrespectful towards me, and so far they haven't disrespected you guys in the chat who has disagreements with them with racial slurs. So I'm not gonna block them for that. Because this should teach you guys life skills, life lessons on how to ignore people. This is because, remember, my channel is all about teaching you guys life skills and lessons, right? So I'm not going to block them because they're trolling you. They're not trolling me. They're communicating kindly towards me, right? They're not saying like any racial slurs towards y'all, right? So just ignore them. If they're saying things that you don't like, you don't got to respond to everything, guys. Remember that, right? That's why sometimes I skip over comments. Like, sometimes if it takes a while to read your comments, I'm skipping over the comments because it's like you guys are having your own conversation, or it's like the same thing. Drake said, I know I'm not one. Never said I was one, but you're exactly what I'm saying. Evan, okay. Drake keeps coming back. You were defending me, okay. Nomad said Fury came out of nowhere and insulted me for no reason. I wasn't having an argument with him at all, so just ignore them. Like, if I go, guys, if you go on the street and somebody insults you, are you gonna insult them back? That's really dangerous. If I go outside and somebody insults me, I'm just gonna ignore them. I'm gonna walk away from them. I'm gonna look at them like they're crazy, right? Depending on the severity of the insult, I might record them or I might call 911, right? I'm not gonna respond to that. So yeah. My mom said she's gonna live stream at 4 a.m. for y'all, so if you want to see my mom's live stream, be up bright and early. But they're always recorded if you miss it, so you can always like rewatch it for sure. Okay, side conversations. Hey, how are you doing, cool cat? Hey, your fave. Glad you could be here. Nice, cat. You got out of work? Okay, yes, it's 6:03 p.m. Hopefully you had a great day at work. It was probably a long one for you, but what's for dinner? Is it dark outside where you're at? It's not that dark. It's like the sun is now setting where I'm at. What are we saying? Hey, Storm. Welcome from Greece. What's it like in Greece today? Hi from Greece. Is my first time here in your country. Is very dangerous. Oh, you're saying it's very dangerous in the United States. What area in the United States are you visiting? Depending on the area, for sure, it's going to be very dangerous. But not the whole of the United States is dangerous. What are we saying? Drake said, Evan, you're okay. Alrighty, guys. So do we have any other final comments, questions, or concern? We got people disagreeing. But remember, guys, I'm Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia, and you guys are welcome for your positivity and uniqueness. All opinion, people, and ideas. I have fashion videos, travel videos, Eat With Me technology videos, and a lot more. So if you guys want to be part of a community where you are welcome for your positivity and uniqueness, make sure to like the video, subscribe. If you have any final comments, questions, or concerns for me, feel free to ask, and I'll be more than happy to answer. Hey Emma, how are you doing? Glad you could be here. Glad you could be here. How's everything going with you, Emma? And shout out to the supporters who are in Jamaica. I do know there's a storm happening there right now, so be safe, guys, if you are in Jamaica or like a Caribbean island close to Jamaica and you may be impacted. Sending you positive vibes. I don't really know how to survive a storm, but make sure you have a lot of water. Don't go to high ground. I mean, that's not good, but like, stay safe if you're in Jamaica, all right? Don't go to the beach. I know that. Don't go to no beach, but yeah, sending you positive vibes, and hopefully you're going to be safe and everything's good there. Hesitation is defeat. Do I agree? No. I think it depends on when you hesitate. I mean, the other day when I first started day trading, my mom and I, we definitely hesitated in that. It wasn't necessarily defeat, but we lost, right? We didn't lose anything because we didn't even buy, but like the potential and what we could have had, it was never reached because it like slipped out of our fingers because we hesitated, right? So I don't think hesitation is defeat. I just think depending in the context in which you hesitate, it's like you're gonna be like so set at yourself, your past self, right? But I don't think hesitation is defeat. I feel like you always do need to hesitate and like critically analyze something and like discuss it and see if this is the best course of action for sure. Thank you so much, Emma. Glad that you love the channel. I love that you love the channel. Really appreciate you, and your kind words will definitely keep it up for sure. Have a good day and night as well, Emma. Glad you're doing good today. What'd you eat today? I'm doing pretty good. Hey, from Michigan, Jeremiah. What's it like in Michigan? Okay, side conversation. Okay. I'm doing good. I'm not your daughter. You can call me Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia Raz, but glad you could be here. What are we saying? Dry said they want to hear your pop song. Sure, I'll hear your pop song. What's the name of it? Or are you going to type the lyrics? I mean, if you type the lyrics, I'll just read the lyrics. I won't necessarily hear it. But what's the name of the song? Maybe I'll listen to it for sure. Evan said, can they put the end stream? Okay, sure, Evan. You could put the end stream. I'm getting a little tired. So, yeah, Evan likes to put the end stream for me. Yeah, you could put it. You can tell Evan I forgive her. I am not a messenger. The messenger always gets beheaded. You guys have never seen a Bible movie, a Bible story. One thing in my life that I will never, ever, ever, ever do in any capacity is be the messenger. All right? I refuse to obtain the role of a messenger. They're always the one who never survives. All right? It's in the Bible. Go to the Bible. It's not good. What are we saying? Kat said, oh, it's getting dark outside. Okay, well, get home very safe. Get home safe, Kat. Uber, if it's not expensive. I mean, train, if you go on the train, if you take the bus, make sure to sit where a lot of people is. Don't have your back towards anybody, right? If you have to stand up so your back's not towards anybody. Stay next to the driver if you're on a bus. So, yeah, stay safe out there, and I hope that you get home very safe. You want my reaction on stream? I can't because I don't want to get copyrighted. One day I feel like I'll probably make a video reacting to my subscribers' song recommendations, but I would have to figure out how to do that because I could get copyrighted if I post fully traditional YouTube videos with songs too. So I don't want to get copyrighted. I mean, if I had headphones, but I don't have headphones. I had wireless headphones, and then I went outside, and I think my headphones fell out my bag, and I never noticed. So my good wireless headphones, I lost it. I'm like, those were really good wireless headphones. I had a charger built in. It would wrap around my ears, so, like, it was great. And then I'm like, I went to the gym, like, where's my headphones? I'm looking at my room. My headphones aren't here anymore. Somebody picked up those headphones and took it. Probably cleaned it up with some rubbing alcohol, and they just used my stuff. Thank you, Starboy, for your kind words. Okay. You didn't copyright your song? Why didn't you copyright your song? Somebody could steal it. That's not good. Always copyright your published works, guys. Unless, I think YouTube automatically copyrights your stuff, though, so you're good. But, yeah. Okay, Fury said... Okay, read that. Hey, executive, how are you doing? Okay, how are you doing today? Glad you could be here. Hey, Shorty, how are you doing? So, yeah, like I said, my mom's going to live stream at 4 a.m. for you guys. So, if you want to see another Uniquely Mom takeover, 4 a.m. tomorrow, she will live stream for y'all. I'll live stream again Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's going to be a lot of YouTube shorts that you guys can watch in between. And then if you miss Uniquely Me, you should never miss me, guys. Because remember, I have more than like 1,000 videos posted for y'all. So there's a lot of content on the channel for you guys to engage in. Kat said, thankfully, my transfer is in the bus. Okay, is in the bus station. And my bus stop's only 2 minutes from your apartment. Okay, nice. So yeah, glad. That's great. Thanks. Glad you like my glasses. Hey, Willie, welcome back. Okay. Executive said they don't think YouTube copyrights anything in my favor. Oh, but I mean, like, well, I don't know what they do. I just know if somebody were to steal my videos and upload it on YouTube as theirs, I can report their account and it's going to be taken down because those are my videos. So if they don't copyright it, I mean, you can't just take my work without permission, right? So... Excuse me, YouTube does something. Kat said he could tell I'm sleepy. Yeah, you know, it's like my eyes are getting tired. It's not my head. I mean, that's the definition of sleepy. That's so funny. I'm like, my eyes are getting tired, guys. Not myself. I'm not sleepy, but my eyes are getting tired. Yeah, it's just like the strain, I think, with my glasses. That's what I mean. I've been wearing these all day, so the eye strain is coming out. So let's read up these final comments, and then we'll be done. And that banana was unacceptable, which is why you're in timeout. Like, we don't talk about people's comments, parents like that. We don't insult like that. So that's when I interfere. That's an example on when I will interfere when you guys are having disagreements, because that is based on discrimination, stereotypes, and that is very hurtful. So no. So I do appreciate your support, Urban, but, like, at the same time, let's not do that in the future, please. Okay. Hey, how are you doing? What's your name? Actor? Welcome. I'm doing good today. How are you doing? All right, so while you respond, I'll do my outro again. So shout out to all of y'all. I really did appreciate the engagement and your comments as always. Thank you so much, guys, for taking time out of your day to respond to Uniquely Mia and to be on the stream with me. Shout out to all the loud supporters who have left comments, and shout out to all the quiet supporters that have left comments, guys. So I really do appreciate y'all. So yeah. Well, the thing about it, Nomad said I'm unfair. If that's how you perceive me, Nomad, it's okay. It's okay. It's the same way. My message on the channel is to promote positivity. Not everything that I do not all my supporters are going to perceive it as positive. So if you perceive me, Nomad, to be unfair, thank you for letting me know how you feel. You are still more than welcome on the channel. I can't change your opinions, but hopefully you enjoy the content. Hopefully you take a deep dive into my channel, watch my full nutritional YouTube videos, YouTube shorts, engage with the live streams if you choose to do so. But I can't change your perception of me. So yeah. But let's read these comments. Kat said, return trollers will never make sense to me. There has to be a better way to use their time. Yeah, it is interesting, Cats, for sure. It is an interesting phenomena, but it all relates back to that discussion we had earlier that I said, remember, about like, hey, when there's light, there's always going to be the darkness or the trolls or whatever trying to come in and diminish that light to make you look bad, right? Because I feel like on my channel, I always do try to promote positivity, just at its core. Everything that I do, I hope it's like a teaching moment for y'all, whether you want to be receptive to that or not. And it's okay if you don't be receptive to that. Sometimes my mom tries to teach me, I'm not receptive to it, right? So it is okay, right? But at the end of the day, on my channel, it is to promote positivity. So I feel like there are YouTubers and other social media content creators out there who try to do that, but they're never really authentic with it. They kind of forget the message along the way. For me, so far, for as long as I've been live streaming, I have been consistent with that positivity message. And I feel like sometimes people can't, they don't think it's real, right? They don't think it's real. So what they do, Cats, is they subscribe and the trollers continue to troll, but they get new material on how to troll, right? So that's what happens because they're waiting for the day, right? I'm like, you know what? I'm leaving this positivity behind. That's what they're waiting for, I feel like, right? But it's never going to happen, guys. It's really not. So, yeah. But let me read these comments. All right. Okay. Urban is crashing out. Let's see. Hey, Loris. Oh, thank you. I hope you're going to be a star. Thank you so much for your kind words, Loris. I hope you're going to be a star as well, right? Well, Nomad, I didn't see Fury insulting Urban's parents. And it's not to say that I put them in timeout because they insulted the parents. I put Urban, you were timed out, Urban, because of the way you insulted their parents. You compared that individual's parents to a dog. We're not doing that. And you literally said African in front of that. So you compared somebody's parents to an African dog. 1, why were you so specific with African? 2, why did you choose a dog? So that tells me that you knew what you were doing. You know the history and you know the discriminatory stereotype that exists with African people being compared to animals, all right? So that is the reason why, because at its core, it was discriminatory in nature. Whether you did it knowingly or unknowingly, it was discriminatory in nature. So that is why you were put in timeout. You weren't put in timeout because you attacked or insulted somebody's parents. That's not why. It was because of the discrimination of it. So yeah. Fury said, Mia, I think you're too nice. You should ban Nomad. Okay. Executive said, it's okay. We will always try to be respectful. Okay, nice. Where's my bike? I don't know, MK. Where's your bike? Where did you leave it? MK, do not leave your bike for long because that lock could rust. And when the lock rusts, you'll lose your key and it's terrible. So don't do that. And if you do find your bike, make sure to get some oil, right? To put it like in the lock, the key thingy, so you can open it. And then again, that may not work, so bring a saw. Yes, my bike was locked up for a super duper long time, so you have to like saw it out. I recorded it YouTube short, so you can see it, but you're gonna have to scroll like a long time to my summer videos to find it. Kat said, y'all tell on each other like elementary school kids, like me as the principal. So wait, Cats, I can put this on my resume. So Cats, you're saying that I have the leadership and mediation traits of a principal. That, hey, like those principals, maybe I'm like their salary, like pretty good, like good work experience for sure. I'll put that on my resume, some skills. So that'd be really cool. You was shopping, Willie? Cool. Where'd you go shopping? All right. I'm trying to read to the bottom of these comments. All right. You guys wrote a lot. I was trying to read this thing fast. Kat said, Mia, do you feel like a mom with bad kids who keeps arguing? No, not really. I don't know what a mom with bad kids feels like, to be honest, because I don't have kids. So I don't know what they feel like. So not really, no. The thing about it, if little kids argue in front of me, I tend to ignore them. It's really bad. Like sometimes my nephew and G, they'll be fighting, and I tell them not to fight each other, and they go back and fight each other. I'm being quiet. Let them fight each other. Let somebody beat somebody up, and then they'll learn. Like that. That's how I approach it. I don't know if that's bad. I don't know if it's good. But literally, if my nephew and G's fighting, I tell them one time, don't do it. They don't want to listen to me. Okay, they fight again in front of me. I'm not saying nothing. And then somebody will get hurt, and then somebody's gonna come and complain to me. I'll look at them. I'm like, what? I told you not to do. Don't come to me. Like I literally told them that one time, and they don't tell me anything anymore. Like I do not care. So that's how I approach it, guys. Because like, hey, I tell you once, you don't listen. Am I insane to tell you again? Am I insane to tell you 3 times? I'm not insane. So I'm good. So yeah. I feel like more parents need to do that too, for sure. Like, if you tell your kid something, I'm not a parent, but like, I feel like you should do that. If you tell your kid not to do this and they don't want to listen, let them do it. Let them get hurt. And once they get hurt, they're going to learn not to do it anymore. Because parents, they like to intervene right off the bat on social media. It's like, did you learn? Like, the kid's going to go and do it again because you stopped them from doing what they wanted to do, no matter how bad it was. They needed to get hurt if they don't listen to you to learn. So, yeah. Let's see. Why do I look Indian? I don't know. What are we saying? Hey, Detroit. I don't know you. Welcome. I'm Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia. You're randomly scrolling, spreading love. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Thank you for being you. Thank you. Thank you for being you. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. That's the pinned comment of the day. Spreading positivities to you as well. Great message, great message. All right. Okay, yeah, so you guys, okay, same thing. Let's just get to the bottom and let's leave, okay. Kat said Mia has great conflict resolution skills. Her experience is YouTube live comments. Thank you, thank you. Like, I really want to put that on my resume one day, but it's like, YouTube, I feel like if the job, like, I feel like I feel like if my employer were to ever see my YouTube videos, it would be fine, I feel like, but at the same time, there's always that stigma about, like, your employee having social media, right? So like I always say I really want to put my YouTube channel on my resume, but like I don't think I would actually do that if I'm applying to a corporation, just because like that stigma that's around it. But I will say I do agree with you, Cats, that like I do gain a lot of like I feel like useful skills from YouTube for sure that can definitely be transferable into other jobs. Hey, if I ever do a job interview, if I ever go through multiple jobs interview and I get desperate, best believe I'll just try something out of the box, and something out of the box for me to be like, yeah, I have a YouTube channel. Every day I engage in teamwork. Every day I engage in mediation, a leadership traits, task delegation or whatever. I don't know. Add some stuff in there to make it sound, because, you know, people said sometimes they'll go through like hundreds of interviews and like it's not working for them. So they'll just try something out of the box where they're like nonchalant, or they'll just say something random and they get the job. It's like when you don't want it, it's like when you don't try or you don't take it serious, that's when they get the stuff. But then when you take it seriously, it doesn't work out. So perhaps one day we'll try that at an interview. No Bad said, I never attacked Kat. She disagreed. Okay. Okay, let's see. Kat said, Nomad said I was an old lady because I have a life outside of the stream. What? Oh my gosh. Hey, how are you doing, Amin? Glad you could be here. Your eyes are so beautiful. Thank you so much. That even the stars make you jealous. Thank you. Really appreciate your kind words. Okay. Hey, Game Boy. Thank you. Glad you like my nails. Thank you. I do love my nails as well. What are we saying? Okay, we're at the bottom finally. Okay, nice. We're at the bottom of the stream. You guys wrote those comments quick. Irvin said, I ain't crying. I was wondering why your owner left you. Oh my gosh, bro. I don't even know. Okay. Mia, hold still. Okay. All right. I think we're at the bottom. I think we're done. Evan, you want to put the end stream? I know you really like putting that. Let's see. You said soon, so
Can I end it before? Kat said, LOL, Nomad said, I type slow and I'm an old lady, but I was focused on the real world and not replying to every troll comment. He left with self-centered thought. Let's go grab the end stream now. My pleasure, Cats, as always. Thank you, Cats, for being on the stream. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Evan. Thank you, Drake. Thank you, Willie. Thanks, Urban. Thanks, Fury. Thanks, Nomad. Who else was on? Thanks, Amin. There's a lot of y'all. Let's see. Wow, okay. You guys have been communicating. Glad this is like a safe space on YouTube where you guys can communicate with each other. Thank you, MK. Thank you, Loris. Who else was on? Thank you, Akar. Thank you, Executive. Thank you, everyone. I know I didn't shout out everyone, but there's just so much of y'all. But thank you guys for being here and engaging with Uniquely Mia. I do hope that you guys enjoyed the content. Thanks, Evan, for the end stream. Really appreciate it. And remember, I'll be back on Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to live stream for y'all. And my mom's going to live stream at 4 a.m. tomorrow, so you guys might be sleeping. But if you want to rewatch the stream that my mom does, you can always do that. Thank you, Nobody, for being here. I really did appreciate y'all. Sending hearts to each and every one of y'all. If you are a returning supporter, really appreciate you guys. If you are a new viewer here, sending you stars. This is half a star. Make your hand into a star. Together we make one. Same for a heart. If you want the star to turn into a heart, you gotta like the video and subscribe. And remember, please go and watch my full nutritional YouTube videos and my YouTube shorts, guys, because when you if you want to know who the full Uniquely Mia is and get cross-cultural experience, if you want to learn something, etc., you gotta go and watch my full nutritional YouTube videos. If you want that adventure pack content, you gotta watch my full nutritional YouTube videos. My live stream is predominantly just to have like a chat with me session and things like that. But Evan, we're not doing moderators for the foreseeable future, so no, he can't be a mod. Yeah, I in the past I have not had the most positive experience with moderators, so which is why I've discontinued them so far. So yeah, Kat said, I guess I'll be seeing your mom next. Good night. Yes, Cats, you will see my mom next. And have a good night, Cats. And remember, hopefully you get home safe. And remember, guys, stay positive. And as Queen Mother Uniquely Mom always says, don't let anybody rob you of your joy. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good evening or morning, depending on what country you're watching from.